confuse them.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
But he was the chef up north.
What's happening, family? What is happening? Chef C from New Jersey checking in for another special edition of the Angry Black Man's Book Club, Pat Talk number 2. And of course, this is, if you didn't know, this is On Their Next Podcast, brought to you by Bloodline Films from the Soil, Black American docu-series where we travel all around the country, waking up the cultural cuisine and the Black American grassroots advocates in pursuit of reparative justice. And if you didn't know, of course, today's meal is going to be cooked up out of the community kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, act like a goddamn man. Get the foot up your ass like a woman. And we got my brother, Dr. Randy Short, of course, going to be bringing it to you tonight. If you're here for the first time, let me know in the chat. Definitely, we're opening up the kitchen today because we want to hear from the brothers tonight. It's going to be one of those type of situations, so come with it like you never did before. Shout out to everybody that's coming on in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a brief commercial break and we'll be right back after this. This is On Their Next Podcast, tapping into the Angry Black Man's Book Club, Pat Talk number 10.
I've been all over the world. I've noticed this about Black Americans, and I'll stop here. We have more people trying to turn us around than I've seen for any other group anywhere in the world relative to what our situation is. That you got teachers, you got people that will just do stuff. If they find out you're legit, just help you because they want to see Black folks make it. We do have this. This is lacking in other places, I can assure you. But you know what? Our desire to save people cannot be greater than people's desire to be saved and to help. So the people that do not want it, let them go. Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. I sure get it nowadays.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, of course, with the Angry Black Man's Book Club special edition for today, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Talk number 12. And you know, I got my brother, Dr. Randy Short, in the building. My brother, everybody that's tapped in, of course, we want to hear from y'all today. So the kitchen will be open. Definitely clock in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be that type of kind of discussion for today. Brother Dr. Randy Short, we are live, sir. and you got the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Another special edition brought right to you.
Oh my brother, man, it's just a crazy week. Before we even get into the main course, how are y'all feeling about Fannie Willis? And we've had an incredible week. Women killing babies, women justifying screwing other people's husbands. It's just amazing. This is amazing. I mean, this is a crazy political season. And they've got this Petunia Pig looking broad who's holding it down. I mean, she's defiant. I mean, do you ever think a black man could get caught like that and talk to people in the court and not get muzzled or whatever? You know that wouldn't happen. And,
Without a shadow of a doubt.
a black man would be humbled. He better apologize. He better learn how to talk to people. He better calm down. He better, right? He better not. He better not do. You know what I'm saying? This is just absolutely. It's so sad what's going on. It's so terrible what's going on. That you have all sorts of atrocities that happen every day to Black people all through Georgia, all through the state of Georgia. And you don't see anybody doing nothing about it, really. But yet you've got this lady who's decided to wage war against the most popular white man in white America, whether people and be in the wrong doing how you going about it. And it's amazing. It's amazing. There's gotta be a way to penetrate the thick skull of these pork chop feminists for them to understand that, we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. And these ladies are stirring up a nest of racist white hornets that hate our guts. And they're not seeing this as they see this as a Black American conspiracy against democracy. We are literally picking a fight with all of them. Imagine that. There are people who are so deluded, they think that we're all in the trenches with Fannie. I mean, a lot of us don't care. We got bills to pay. We got lives to lead. Nobody's with Fannie Willis's ass. But I had been saying this for a while, that there are going to be people that are going to instigate, and they're using, and Black women would let themselves get used to become enemies of everybody out there. And it's not good. It's not good. We're going to catch hell as a collective. We're collecting hell. We're going to catch hell. We're going to catch hell, my friend. We're going to connect hell.
Well, you know what, brother Dr. Short? Let me give them some stuff. Let me warm them up. I got some shit here that I want to read off real quick for you. Act like a man, think like a woman types. Okay. And the Steve Harvey got y'all out there looking bad for the past holiday. The Steve Harvey had you out there looking around for the chocolates, the flowers, and ain't nobody bring nothing to you. But you definitely got the call the next day, didn't you? You got the call the next day. So let's go ahead and read how Steve Harvey got y'all set up for the L. Nothing on this planet can compare with a woman's love. It is kind and compassionate, patient and nurturing, generous and sweet and unconditional, pure. If you are her man, she will walk on water and throw a mountain for you. To you, no matter how you've acted out, no matter what crazy things you've done, no matter the time or demand, if you are her man, she will talk to you until there's just aren't any more words left to say. Encourage you when you're at rock bottom and think there just isn't any way out. Hold you in her arms when you are sick and laugh with you when you're up. We gonna hold it right there for a second. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all out there, show me in the chat, how many of y'all done bought this stupid ass book? How many of y'all bought this dumb ass Act Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man book by Steve Harvey? How many of y'all live and die by this book and done got you out here throwing that thing in a circle and then getting mad when he don't stay? How many of y'all who gonna keep it 100 in the chat? But listen, you independent, you strong, you's a strong woman. You're strong independently. Don't need no man. I know you don't. When it's snowing outside, is there even anybody in the house you can go look at and say, hey, you mind cleaning that car off for me? Or he just feel like he need to do it automatically? How many of y'all copped this book and it got y'all down bad out here looking crazy? Shout out to my sister Star in the chat. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all would like to think just a little bit less for the utilities or in the past? How about pay a little bit less, right? In general. Hey, the brother Negro. Shout out to my brother Negro in the building, y'all. How many of y'all would like to go at least 50-50? Would you like to have a 50-50 opportunity when interest rates are at an all-time high? Or you living and dying by this Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man book? Does Steve Harvey got you down bad? I think he does. I think a few of y'all actually believe in this bullshit that he was talking. And let me read a little bit more from this shit. This is his book now. This is his thing. Okay? This is Steve Harvey talking all of this shit. Okay? Now, and if you're her man and that woman loves you, I mean really, really loves you, she will shine you up when you're dusty, encourage you when you're down, defend you even when she's not so sure you were right, and hang on your every word even when you're not saying anything worth listening to. And no matter what you do, no matter how many times her friends say you're no good, no matter how many times you slam the door on the relationship, she will give you her very best. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pause it right there for a second. Will she give you her very best, gentlemen? That's the conversation we're going to have today. Right? Let's talk about this looking like a woman and moving like a man. It was a lot of single, independent women on this Valentine's Day, right? We just passed Valentine's Day, who ain't even have a dude giving them the call because they was with their main chick, right? He didn't even sneak off to the bathroom and call you. Listen. He might call you the following day, just real quick, but don't count on seeing him the rest of this week. You gonna holler at him next week, right? That's when he gonna move it around a touch, okay? But you being a certified side chick, Being a certified side chick, you cannot expect to have main chick eligibilities. Okay? You don't qualify for them special days. Yeah? Because you out here acting like Michelle Obama. Matter of fact, Michelle O'Biden. She's acting like a man and looking like a woman. To a degree. Okay? Because some folks out here think Michelle Obama got the switcheroony happening, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in. Okay? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and support the program. Shout out to my sister Star for being our sponsor last broadcast. I definitely want to send a much thank you to my sister Star for being a sponsor of our broadcast quite frequently. Shout out to that sister, always showing what real service look like instead of lip service. Shout out to her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, we really want to make it make sense on this Saturday night. While you thinking about going by your friend's house, right? Or y'all talking about having a ladies' night out. Okay? Is it worth you going out there acting like you're really getting with your friends when you sliding off with the other dude? Huh? What it really look like? But then you know he ain't call you when it was Valentine's Day. Right? See, you gotta settle for the other cat that really don't rock with you like that. Are you okay with that position? But Steve Harvey got y'all down bad. Let me read a little bit more of this. We're gonna get a little education today. Right? Or you gonna do like Tiffany Haddish and say, you know what? I don't want no husband like Monique's husband. All right? I don't want no man standing by my side. She'll settle for for a Jordan and be like Larsa Pippen out here grooming folks. All right? That's what she want to be on. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read a little bit more of this. Let's read a little bit more. Okay? Now, you know the Bojingle himself, he always going kowtow. Right? So let's read a little bit of this. She will give you her very best and then some and keep right on trying to win over your heart. Even when you act like everything she's done to convince you she's the one just isn't good enough. That's a woman's love. It stands the test of time. If that, man, listen. Steve Harvey doesn't know the stats. This is for the patriarchy. Steve Harvey don't know the stats. More black women are divorcing black men at alarming rates than ever before. So what is all this shit that Steve Harvey's talking about? Or just everybody, just all these men ain't no good. Okay, I got you. Everybody just ain't no good. Brother Negro, what do you think about that little piece from that treasonous book? You know that your boy Steve Harvey wrote. Had these shorties down here bad. They thinking like a man and occasionally acting like a woman. What you think about this book here?
The first thing I think about that book is that it's a weapon, right? And how it's being applied to our women is very, very devastating, you know? But the point that I wanted to share is that why on earth did it get published when it's not factual? Or if it's not speaking the truth, or if it's not true, you know? Like that's my problem with that.
Well, I mean, again, you know, everything is about pandering, and Steve Harvey, you know, he had to cross over. Best way to do that is to pander to women, right? At least for those with, you know, low self-esteem and all type of other shit. Other women, they know what their worth is, and 9 times out of 10, somebody done snatched them. And then you got some of the sisters who's like, listen, I'm gonna take my time rolling into a situation, but she good with being on her own for right now. See, I could respect the shorty who said, listen, I'm gonna just go ahead and take my time. You know what I mean? Instead of getting these simp ass publishing.
Hey, but brother Steph, I didn't see that many. I didn't see that many black women in my neighborhood that had this corny book. But I saw it at the public library, right? So that's why I posted that comment. Like, how many of these white women bought this book, yo? And are they trying to implement that strategy and trying to move on brothers like Johnny Major?
We was kings. Hey, they didn't move on him. Johnny Majors thought he was hot shit and tried to turn a white girl into Fannie Lou or something. He tried to turn her into fucking Coretta Scott King.
Coretta Scott King, yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, so that's on Jonathan. That's his fault. It ain't their fault. That's Jonathan. Cat. Go ahead.
No, it just leads to like some of these women that like, are they trying to get much more into the black culture? So they think by reading and learning stuff like from this weirdo, and then now they trying to kick that game back over here with us. That's what I'm scared about, brother. Like you, the HR woman pulling this shenanigans. That's what I'm concerned about.
The HR breezy. Okay, well, listen, man. We gotta watch out for a lot of different things. Sometimes people tell a story, tell the truth, and you gotta pay attention to the subtleties of it all. And when I'm looking at, just articles in general, the weaponization of a feminazi. I asked myself, are these women salvageable? Would you lay it on the line, brother Negro, to save a feminist and try to bring her back onto the right side of things?
Man, nah, man. She gotta holler at a couple of Pookie Ray Rays first.
You want?
She gotta holler at a Pookie and Ray Ray before she get talk to a Negro night or something like that. Cause we gotta make sure that if she's a landmine, at least she'll take out a Pookie or Ray Ray or something like that. They ain't gonna take out the good brother.
Well, I mean, listen, man. I wanted to have this conversation because I'm looking at a few things here. First and foremost, before we get into all of that, y'all see that Dr. Umar got attacked? Looked like it was a side breezy who tried to attack Dr. Umar.
Yeah, it was a huge elephant that attacked him. That was an elephant and a whale, brothers and sisters. A elephant.
Yeah. Dr. Umar got hemmed up. Well, got ran up on the stage by John. And I don't know what kind of flavor. He always got flavors for these chicks. And I couldn't.
Your sound has gone down tremendously. Can you pitch it back up? If I'm going to be quiet, my people have to be able to hear it.
Hold on. I think that's got to be you, Brother Short.
No, it keeps dropping on your end. Nothing's changed.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Keep it
so
there.
I know what that was. Okay. Well, I was saying, Dr. Umar almost got jumped on by a big shorty. So I want to bring it up on the screen.
It was a Pakistan warrior from the coast, from the Woman King Coast, Ivory Coast.
Oh, man. Listen, let me bring this thing up. Hold on. Dr. Umar said, he was doing it. He was doing it for the motherland. And the big chick ran up on him. Big chick ran up on him and said, "You remember me? I was just with you. I was just with you." So let me go ahead and stop the screen on this John right here. All right. The Prince of
A panty pan African.
oh man.
This is the classic.
Let me go ahead and play this track for y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Go ahead.
See, we got this thing, brothers and sisters, and the white man knows you well because he's written books on you. They say the Negro entrepreneur.
It wasn't the chair this time. It was the purse family. It wasn't the chair. It was the purse family.
Oh man, you see how loud this cat got? The Negro. And then Shorty throw that purse up in the air like the dude did in Alabama with the hat. She threw that purse up in it like it was up.
That was the feminist signal. That was the feminist signal.
Up time. It was up for the Femi time, yo. But let me play some more of this.
Who's that queen? You wasn't with me last night. I never seen you in my life. Yes, I'm going to keep saying
you hear the
keep speaking. Keep speaking, King.
So what happened exactly? Because I don't understand what happened to
a Pakistanian from the NFL, the woman division, 98, number 98, large from the New York Giants, ran up the middle of the aisles.
42 blast. They did a 42 blast real quick. Hold on. Shout out to Twiz tapping this. Peace to brother Twiz. Let me run this back one more time, y'all. Dr. Umar, the Prince of pots and pans, porcupinism.
See, we got this thing, brothers and sisters, and the white man knows you well because he's written books on you. How many books? They say the Negro entrepreneur.
It's up.
Yo, she threw that. Yo, she threw the purse up like Bobby Schmurder with the hat.
You wasn't with me last night. I never seen you in my life. Look at my book. Look at my bag. Yes, I'm going to keep speaking.
Look at King.
I've never seen this.
King, keep talking that talk, King. Keep speaking, King. This shit has got out of line.
But what happened? I don't understand. Make me understand what happened.
It looked like a non-church of like a church event, but not like a church event. And this woman just ran up the aisles, Dr. Short. It's mind blowing.
Well, hold on. Here's what it looks like. It's an irate side chick, okay, who Dr. Umar allegedly was with the night before,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't give. She's basically alleging that it was a one night stand. Yeah, what I mean, and Dr. Umar basically left her with the room and didn't pay. Okay, so now she showed up on the spot because she knew where he was gonna be, and now we are she just putting him on Front Street, but they hemmed this thing up. They hemmed her up. So we're gonna play a little bit more of this.
Is this the conscious stripper?
No. That's not the stripper.
Brothers and sisters, clap it up for the ancestors. Clap it up for the Most High. Clap it up for Black excellence. Clap it up for positivity. Yes. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay focused. No weapon formed against us.
Yo, did you hear her say get off my titty? Did you hear her say get off my There she blows.
But she said, take it off her titty. Help me out.
Yeah, she said get off my titty. I heard that.
Well, what was on her titty? Was she standing on her own titty, or was someone else standing on her titty?
Oh,
Ain't no Jews. She was accusing the men that was pushing her out with that sexual harassment shit. Boo. She out here downplaying security. That ain't the move, Jack.
this shit crazy, man. Listen, Dr. Umar, he then proceeded. Matter of fact, let me play the rest of this. I don't want to mess it up.
Shall prevail.
Say, man, I was just telling y'all ass yesterday, man. Atlanta ain't
I don't want to
shit,
hear
man.
this dude. But nah, apparently after they hemmed her up and got her up out of the way, they said that Dr. Umar said, when black folks start coming together, y'all remember what happened with Martin Luther King, the lady who stabbed him. They sent her out to stab him. So the Prince of Pan-African is doing his thing. So they're gonna send these obstructionists our way to try to get me out of
The
here.
only thing she's obstructed is a all-you-can-eat bar. Okay, please, Umar.
Hey, brother Twiz, what it is with you, man? Check it in today, brother Twiz, and what's on your mind, man? Talk to me. You understand me?
First and foremost, shout out to the room in the room. Shout out to the gentleman. Shout out to Dr. Short. Shout out to Negro. You know what I mean? Shout out to my other brother up in here. How y'all doing on this good Saturday? Out here on the West Coast, we're having a Pineapple Express to where we're having a torrential downpour to where we're getting rained on like a cow pissing on a rock. So you understand me? It's a motherfucker out here right now.
Okay,
And
well,
with Dr. Umar, man,
yeah, talk that.
one thing I've seen about dude in the past 10 years, what I've been peeping about dude when he out in public with women, dude is kind of soft towards women. He's kind of weak towards women because I always see that he always getting women's phone number. He always want to hug and take pictures with a woman. And I remember the last event where that feminist confronted him. First thing he was like, "Well, me and you could have a private sit down, my queen." I mean, come on, bro. When you in this business and when you in the limelight, you got to know how to be able to put that to the side. My dad always said, you got to know how to think with this head and not with that head. You
My
know what I'm
brother, the
saying?
only thing he puts to the side are condoms.
He can't even put them to the side because he's so goddamn eager to where I don't even think he get. I think he going down first before he going in first. If you know what I'm saying. He a little fat motherfucker, and he weak like that. So when he get excited, he gonna be so gushy, mushy to where he going downtown before he go shopping. You know what I'm saying? He going downtown before he try to beat up some guts and shit. Knowing a little fat, weak motherfucker like him, he probably can't even get it up. You understand me? But yeah. You know what I mean? When you look at stuff like that with them plus size princesses that walked up there, them women like that buy for attention. And you got to understand when you got dudes like him.
Hey, Twiz, hold on. Would you say plus size princesses?
Plus size princesses, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you got dudes who act like they this and they all that, but they don't have no confidence when it comes down to women. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to approach women. Not only that, they don't even know how to hold their own and stand on tall towards a woman. So they go for the easiest thing that come their way. And when you look at that little banana bread eating motherfucker right there, she was easy. You know what I'm saying? And he probably took the first thing that came his way. You understand me? So hey, I really don't pay no attention to it. I take it like a grain of salt. It might be a lover's quarrel, and I wouldn't be surprised because when you look at him, what could he get? I don't look at other men, but I know he's not fucking attractive. You know what I'm saying? And I know if he get his way, he's gonna have to play. He's gonna have to pay to have his way. So that's what I feel about that big old walrus, fat, nappy headed motherfucker. You understand me? I land my plane there.
Well, I'm going to say this about that real fast. A lot of this pro-black stuff is it's a bunch of sex cult, low-budget sex cult activity. And basically, they're preachers without the church social hall and without the choir. These kind of people constantly agitate against organized religion And I think they're probably the organized religionists. They want to get as much money and cooch as they think that the pastors are getting. These people don't care anything about anybody. So they're the new jackleg preachers. These, let's just say this. There is a business model for race pimps. And what you do is you use, you know, Krispy Kreme tester looking sisters. And they're basically your roadies. Wherever you go, there's a crew of subpar looking women that, provide food, sex, and public relations. And that's what a lot of people get off on. I call it fat girl ranching. Like you have cattle, they have like herds of fat women wherever they go that take care of them. And you know how Africans live off their cattle? Well, Umar truly is an African man. He could be in Central Africa somewhere, and the big women could be turned into cattle. He'd probably be a rich man in terms of all the big girls that he's exploiting to advance himself. I'm not saying who you can or cannot be with, but this is known, and I'm going to go further. The morals in the Black community are exceedingly low. And so there's a whole industry of using and exploiting women for people to advance themselves. And it's much the women's fault as anyone else, but they want to be in proximity to a man that's about something. And Umar has been, basically, he's on the Breakfast Club. A lot of people, I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of people, they want to screw somebody that other people want. So Umar, they would perceive that many women want him, so I had him. There are women out here who like boasting about who they've been with, like Superhead. And so there are a lot of women out here who probably say, I screwed Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson have pictures of my boobs. And that's bragging rights in some circles, right? Umar ate my cooch, or I sucked his dick. I mean, me, who'd have thought? And I'm thinking everybody would think looking at you, frankly. But, don't get mad at me. So this is the old hustle. We saw this with the Black activists. You see, and it's disgusting. What it really is Black men or Black males exploiting Black females for selfish reasons. My thing is, you've been out here 15, 16 years. Where's your damn movement? Where's your real institution? Why is the main thing that it's you going everywhere? Who have you groomed or trained in case your big Jack in the Box looking ass had a heart attack like I did? Who would fill your shoes? I mean, and I'm not trying to take anything away. And there are lots of people. Let me just put this out here. There's a lady in Chicago named Queen's Sister. I don't know where she is, but Queen's Sister alleges that she used to be romantically involved with Umar. Umar lived off of her, lived with her in Chicago. And according to her, not to me, I'm just repeating what's been said, Umar got recruited to be an agent against Black people at the University of Chicago. And he's been an agent ever since.
Oh, no.
And I'm not saying it's so. I'm only saying that there are a whole bunch of these people you see out here, and this goes with it, the sex cult, and it's running and exploiting people. It's not about building up Black people or helping anybody. It's so sad. And I'm not saying this is true. This is what's alleged. It's alleged that dude, and once he got through with using her and he learned about being black in Chicago, right, or whatever they schooled him on. And that's his modus operandi, to go from place to place to place and exploit and get over and extract out of people. There are a lot of people that do this. It's disgusting. It's awful. I wish it weren't so. I don't want this done to anybody, people. Just because the woman looks like, under her clothes, like the Michelin tire mascot, doesn't mean that people should use her as sort of a basically they're like a GoFundMe with obese pussy connected to it.
Dr. Short.
Huh?
Remember back in the days? Remember back in the days when it was the 1st and the 15th, when dudes used to be doing bad, how they used to couldn't wait for the fat woman to get her welfare check, and they used to try to take the money and go flip it. Remember those days on how they used to misuse? They used to take advantage of the big woman because they know that she couldn't have the options that the little divas had.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
They used to always say, what was the old phrase? They got to pay like they weigh.
It's kind of changed.
The baby D's of the world.
Look, the fat has become so cool in the black community. So fat pussy is like, black men's standards have gone down, as have black women. In fact, black men's standards are 100 times lower than black women's standards, at least physically. So now morbid obesity is in. Morbid obesity is in. So what?
And just for the record, nobody's down in big women. We love big women because when y'all lay on y'all back, everything go flat, and we love that. So we just want to get it right.
No, I'm not with that body positivity.
I'm a former heart patient. Obesity kills. It's unhealthy. It's not attractive. We need to lose the weight. It's killing us as a people. Diabetes is killing us. All these amputees, no. This is a way for whites to kill us through us eating unhealthily. And if a woman eats unhealthy, she'll feed her man and her children bad food.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
They're purveyors of bad health. Fat must go. In fact,
fat should be a crime. It should be a crime for these boys.
Fat is a crime. Fat is why these women have ovarian cyst syndrome. Again, the diabetes, the fertility problems. This is fat related. Fat it's terrible. There's so many things that go with fatness. The more you learn about it, Black people need to stop pretending. We weren't always this fat and greasy. This has happened in the last 25 years. It's disgusting. It must stop. And by the way, I started taking my regimen because I need to lose about 20 pounds. I mean, I was down to 200 something. Like I was like 199. I'm at like 229. I need to go down 30 pounds and I can do that. So I'm saying to myself, I consider myself right now overweight. And I consider myself about 30 pounds overweight. It's too much. I need to lose it. And that's how I look at myself. So if you saw me, I'm not, my gut's not hanging over my butt. I still weigh too damn much. Our standards must raise. It's killing us. Fat is killing us. Fat is ugly. Fat is unhealthy. Fat is sick. And it contributes to all kinds of problems. And in a society where we get killed in the hospitals, where they give us the worst of drugs, the least we could do is those things that we can control, like a knife and fork and how many servings we're going to have. Anywhere that we have some autonomy, we need to exercise it. When we justify morbid obesity, we say, well, you just cram all the food in your mouth that you can. And because, I'm not doing it. Like I said, I consider myself overweight. When I saw my doctor on the 9th of February, I told them, I'm going to whack off pounds. I need to be back at about 200 pounds. Okay, so I need to lose about 28 some odd pounds. I'm going to lose it. Plain and simple. Losing weight is not impossible. We can all talk about canary seeds and other things that people can eat. We need to change what we're eating. In fact, a lot of the reasons so many of our women are so goddamn fat is that they insist on eating out all the time, want you to pay 100% of them eating unhealthy food that's going to make their ass twice as big once they finish eating as they were when they walked in. We need to learn, and the fact these hoes don't know how to cook. So
that's what I was just about to get to. I was just about to get
hold on, gentlemen. Let Twiz go there with the cooking.
That's where I was just about to go for the simple fact. Dr. Short is 100% correct. And if I had a hammer, I'll be hitting the nail on the head. He said it because a lot of these women are so impatient and lack the mandatory, how should I say, necessity to be in the kitchen to where they'd just rather order out and go eat. And because of that, we have a high rate of children that's malnutrition. You know what I'm saying?
Juvenile diabetes brought you by
they too busy
lazy
feeding. They
black
too busy
moms.
running to the fucking McDonald's, Burger King, Jack in the Box, anything that's quick. Dude, I seen a chick go into the liquor store, dude. And you know them new chips that we used to call hot fries now, back in the days, now they call them Takis. I seen a girl buy a fucking grocery bag full of Takis and she talking about, ooh, I just went grocery shopping. They don't even know how to grocery shop no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's a fact to where, as you saying, Dr. Randy Short, you are 100% correct. They lazy, they don't want to cook, they don't want to take the time to cook. And if you ask them to cook, it's just like trying to ask them to have sex with their sister. It's disrespectful. You know what I'm
they
saying?
would do that. Shit,
no, they don't know how to cook. They don't know how to cook, Dr. Short. They don't.
They would rather screw their sister than cook.
Yes. I mean, like out here in California, right? Northern California and Southern California is different. When we meet women from Southern California, the first thing they say is, ooh, can I cook for you? And the first thing we be like is, what the fuck you say? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't hear no shit like that up here. You know, the women down south in Southern California, they're a little bit more hospitable than the women up here. If a woman asks you to come up here so she can cook for you, nigga, you better watch. When just as soon as you walk in the house, you better check the closets, you better check the bedrooms, you better check the bathrooms, you better make sure there ain't no cars in the fucking garage because she's setting you up. Women don't cook up here, you know, and if they do cook, they cook for their families, but a woman is not going to invite you to dinner no more the old school traditional way. Remember Dr. Short, when a woman wanted a man, she always invited him to dinner because they said the way to the heart is to the stomach. Shit, nowadays they'll give you head quicker than they give you a meal. You know what I'm saying?
They're not cooking in the bay, Twiz.
Man, let me tell you something. Come on, chef. You know we chefs. Me and you chefs. Just as soon as they find out I'm a chef, they be like, let's go out to eat. And it ain't that. I'm like, I appreciate the effort. I don't give a fuck if you boil me top ramen and hot links. I appreciate the effort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But some of them do. They don't know how to fry chicken. They don't know how to fry chicken. They don't know how to cook old school French fries. They don't know how to make burgers, dude. They don't think they know how to do is microwave shit. And that radioactive shit is damn near worse than eating fucking fried foods. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I've been having to teach people how to broil lately, chef. You know what I mean? I've been teaching people how to use the oven lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I can't listen. Listen, the truth is, ladies, you got to know how to move the pan a touch. You ain't got to be 5 stars, but you got to be a half a star at least. At least a quarter star.
No, they need to be a full star. When you watch a woman in a homeless shelter living on top of banana boxes saying that they want a man with a 6-figure income, no, I disagree with you. It's time for us to equalize standards because a whole lot of folks would come off this dumb stuff they're on if men raise the standard. We make our women worse by demanding less of them. No, you need to be a whole damn star. Be the best that you can be, not the least that you can be, the minute you do that, trust me, it's the same way that if you get with the woman that has children, she will immediately mistreat you in favor of the children. All the while getting you to compromise with the fact that she has fuck trophies from another man. And then you become the valet to the fuck trophies. No, we've got to have one system. You need to be a stand-up, upright lady, or you shouldn't be with anybody. You need to be worthy. You need to be worthy of being in a relationship. There's this thing that I hate about Black American men. I blame Black men for it. I blame Black men for most of this. Where the concept is if you have a vagina, you're entitled to a man. No, you should have a great vagina, great personality, know how to cook, want to be a mother and a wife, along with the pussy. What Black men do is the pussy, and I'll forgive everything else. They don't do that with your dick. We have to start negotiating. We need to have a measure for measure standard instead of, in fact, it's such a disgusting mindset that Black men have. Well, I mean, I'll just surrender everything. Just give me some pussy. I'll take care of the rest. That's a simp approach. There are guys in jail who get home cooked food and everything else, even if it's smuggled in someone's vagina to get it into them. They get that over guys who are working hard every day, because that guy in jail will demand a standard, and he's not even with them half the time and probably dicking down his celly more than what that woman can get on the weekend. We must change this from a beggar Black male culture of begging. We have to stop being beggars and become men and demand, if you can't cook, I guess I can't talk to you. If you don't want to be a wife, I don't need to talk to you. If you don't like children, what am I supposed to do? Just earn money to take care of you as you get older and fatter? I don't get to continue my damn lineage because you're lazy. If they don't want to have kids, they're not going to want to take care of you when you're older. Well, what's in it for you? If they say pussy, there are another 4 billion people in the world with pussy, probably tighter, fresher, and more cooperative. Stop acting like the world's going to run out of pussy, Black men. It's ridiculous. Nobody respects us for that.
I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. This is where I come from with it. Brother Short wants a 1 star. I want a half a star. I will settle with half a star because
I want 3.
Listen. Everybody got their own star level. You need a 3. Brother Short need a 1. I need a half.
No, I don't want 1. I want 5.
He done raised it. Listen, he want 5 now. Hold on.
I said, somebody was saying, I thought they were saying like half of a star. And I'm thinking, who the hell? That's the worst thing. You'll never see a woman say she would talk to a guy that made $20,000 a year, although she'll screw a guy making 40 cents an hour in jail. I mean, that's the real thing. But they would not advertise that. It's the same way. We Black men need to go up. We lowball our value. It's our dumbness. And whether your mother taught you or not, you need to know your worth.
I tell you what, Brother Short, for me, I take a half star. When it comes to cook, hold on. When it comes to cooking, I will take a half star.
Oh, that's cooking. But I'm talking about overall.
No. It can't be no half star overall. Hell no.
Okay, but that's what I thought you were saying. No, for cooking, actually, yeah. I like doing the cooking. I love cooking. I cook dinner for my mom. I do most of the cooking in the house.
No, I don't my know issue, half-star girl. Hell
my issue isn't cooking. My issue is, in fact, I like cooking. Cooking is a form of control because a lot of times I don't like the shit somebody else is gonna make. If I'm cooking, I get to say what we gonna eat.
Brother Short, right there. That's why I say the half star. I'll settle with the half star because I don't like to eat everybody's food. I don't trust everybody.
Now, my other thing is I don't want no bitch poisoning my friends. Or no, I don't trust you. I need to see you wash your hands and all that kind of stuff. I want you touching yourself as you're fixing my food.
Right.
Okay. A lot of people do strange stuff in the kitchen, So, but there has to be a whole match. Aretha Franklin's song, Do Right Woman, Do Right Man. You got to be a do right whole match, do right all night man, and also do right whole match man. We need to get a match more than just the fact that you got a place where I can put my drill bit. And there should be more to it, okay, than just an orifice. Okay. In fact, a woman can get a man with 7 figures, but if she doesn't know how to do anything with money, their asses will be broke because she'll spend it all.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, right now, let me ask the brother Negro. You said 3-star certified. What does that look like for a Negro? A 3-star breezy. What does that look like for a Negro?
Like if a woman wants us to have 6 figures, 6 packs, and all that stuff, right? 6 inch and all that nonsense that they be promoting, right?
6'6", yeah.
Yeah, the 666, right? Yeah. Then I want at least see 3 stars on the dash when it comes to them cooking on those aisles or turning up them heaters on that stove,
Okay. So
like that.
Chef, okay, in the kitchen, 3-star chef.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of at, because like we have to have a comparable standard that they're dishing out. I think that there got to be something comparable in return, and that's the reason why I was going a little bit higher. I was just using 3 kind of as a meaty, but I would want her to go, if she wants the best of the creme men, that she needs to be the best of the creme cookers, or at least make an attempt, or make it into an interest, Okay. Because like we need her to like feed our children, educate our children on how to eat properly. That's the role of the mother, to educate our babies and our children. And Sazar Ali was pushing that in the 90s, and they scoffed. A lot of black women scoffed their nose at that sister. Some of the ones in that church.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I didn't mean to butcher the sister's name up, because I really do. Even though she took a shot at Kevin Samuels, I still like the sister. But the thing was, but besides the point, the point that I want to get is that a lot of sisters were scoffing the nose at that sister, and I feel like that was not cool. They should have would want to cook healthy dishes for their men, make sure that they're looking out for the best interests of their men, and that kind of hurt me, man, when I saw that coming up in the church, man. Like they're like, I don't care what that woman's saying, but she was meaning well for our people, Well, I'm gonna end off with that.
No doubt, brother Twiz. You said you want a high class, high star rank female. What that look like for a West Coast bully like yourself? What that look like a cat for the Bay, man? What it look like? And you on mute, brother Twiz. You on mute. Can't hear you, partner. I can't hear you. Your mic is. Hold on. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, your sound has gone down again, sir.
Okay, it should be back now. Is it back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, while we're in here, make sure you go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is on their next podcast, happening with the Angry Black Man's Book Club, Pat Talk number 12, special edition. Brother Twiz, you're back. Say something for us, player.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. You got the kitchen, man. Go ahead and cook.
Yes, indeed. Once again, shout out to the gentleman. My apologies. I had a phone call, but for a player like me, I need an asset, not a liability. You know what I mean? The older I got, the more I learn women. See, as we men, we look at the physical aspect. If we men were visual, we look at, you know what I mean? And the first thing we ask ourselves is quality. But then as I got older, it took a woman to teach me women. And she taught me the value of women, to where if a woman is not an asset, she's a liability. She always gonna cost you. Like how they say they want them 6-figure dudes. Only thing they bring to the table is sex. What else do they have to offer than that? Like Shirazadar Ali once said, only time we get along is when we in the bed. Outside the bed, we banging, we funking with each other. And that's, to me, is a liability, because she's gonna cost you up here. your mind ain't gonna never be right, and you ain't gonna never be able to focus on the task at hand. As you being a man, you have to be that protector and provider. 9 times out of 10, you were established before you met her. You established while you with her. And so now you got to maintain your establishment while you there for her. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that having to worry about her and worry about your business in the same time. That's why you always lose. It's something Dr. Randy Short said earlier about people, the Pan-Africanists. Pan-Africanists and pro-black are like people riding a fence. You got to choose a side. You can't be one of the two. You know what I'm saying? You can't be loyal to 2 masters. You can only serve one. So, chef, you know me and you in the kitchen. When we cooking, we can only cook one thing at a time, because if we got too many pots on the stove, one of them motherfuckers gonna burn. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, a woman to me is a liability. I mean, an asset to me is a woman that has a brain. You know what I mean? That can look at you and see, okay, you're lacking in this, you're lacking in that, and is willing to support you and help you get that. You know, nowadays, this new independent women's thing, they looking for little boys, or they looking for lap dogs. They looking for people that's
That's
going to
not
ride with them.
independence. That's a dictatorship.
Yes, me and you both, I agree with that. And that's what they want. Like, if I know women talk about they expect men to pay for this, pay for that. Oh my God, the shit that I see on the internet, on YouTube and Twitter. This one chick told this dude that he have to give her $200 to pay for her babysitter while he's taking her out to dinner. Don't you, man, come on, dude. The insult to men is so disrespectful nowadays. In my time, where I come from, just a woman even rolling that off her lips, oof, the penalty, you know what I'm saying? You can never pay for something that you can't possess. You know, we all pay for possessions, like we have our cars, our clothes, and everything. We pay the possession, but you can never possess a woman. And if you have to pay her, you don't need her. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because
that's
once you start it, you ain't gonna be able to stop it. You know what I'm saying?
That's not paying. That's renting.
Yes,
And
basically it's tricking. It's tricking.
Yeah, I know, but it's sort of like a vagina timeshare.
Mm-hmm.
And
Say that shit again, brother Short. Say
a vagina timeshare.
For real, because everybody in it. It's yours one week, it's yours the next week. Like they say, a woman gonna have at least 5 dudes. You know, like Professor Black Truth said, men have assets because, like I said, we possess things, but women have resources where they can go get things. You know what I mean?
Okay,
and that is 100% true.
But in reality, the real thing is that women are born with a home business. Okay, every woman. I mean, you even have a miniature fur coat. I mean, the packaging and everything. Men have to figure out how to have something to make money. Women are born with something to make money.
Come on.
And it's very different approach to resources. When you're born with the business, it's very different from having to start your own. So there's going to be an unrealistic expectation of things when you're born with something that brings money to you. It's very different than a man who has to figure out a way to get resources. Now, I want to ask you, Chef, when are we going to talk about Manchevo Faga as transcendent, as I say?
Well, hold on, sir. I was letting the brothers get in here, sir. We definitely gonna get on that, but
Yeah.
we have to take a moment because the wolf has joined the panel. The lone wolf himself, lone wolf firearm, brother Juan J. Johnson. Brother Juan, what say you, brother Juan J. Johnson? You got the floor, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's good to be in the number with the patriots, the patriot. I'm just getting on board. I don't really know the depth of the conversation, but I'm looking forward to adding a little something.
Yes.
Well, we're about to get into it. We want to talk about Manchevo Faga or Manchevo Faga for transcendent.
Okay.
A new word I came up with. Transcendent.
Where the choppers do that?
before we do that, it is necessary that we keep with tradition, sir. And do you have the libations prepared, brother Dr. Short?
I don't have it, but you know what? We can symbolically. I got my thermos somewhere. Wait, is it down here? No, I don't have it. But you know what? I'm gonna just do a rattle, man. I'll do like
do a trombone. Yeah, do one little shake for it. There you go.
Hey, I'm going to go get my libation right now. So go ahead, Joe. I'm listening.
Kevin Samuels.
Well, a moment.
Hey, we gonna have a moment for Kevin Samuels, and we gonna have a shot for Kevin Samuels. Let me get my libation. Give me 10 minutes, Dr. Short.
Indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take that 5-second like we do.
Hold on, let me put my Black Panther shades back on.
There you go. Yes, sir.
So I can be cool.
Because this is a revolutionary movement here. And fight the power. Absolutely.
Ain't gonna let no feminist turn me around. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let no pork chop turn me around. We gonna keep talking, keep on walking up the Kevin Samuels way. Come on, y'all. Ain't gonna let no pork chop turn me around. No, we ain't gonna let the pork chop. We're not gonna let pork chops turn us around. We're going to be patriots. Yes, we ain't gonna let no pork chops turn us around. All right, I'm sorry. I just, I feel like I'm in a movement, man.
Dr. Short, I'm from Oakland. I come up off there Too Short, and his song was "I Never Let a Hoe Pimp Me." You know what I'm saying? That's what I come up off of.
Well, sir.
Oh, wait, guys. I just want to let you know, since you talked about Black Panther, it is Dr. Huey P. Newton's birthday. So salute to our ancestors. It's right that you have the shades on. It's right that you rep him.
Hey, Chef, remember where we was at, Chef? You understand me? Legacy, man. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Ain't gonna let no pork chop.
I took Dr. Short down there to the Huey P. Newton monument, and we laid hands on his monument. I took him right where they laid him to rest. Right there in West Oakland, when police used to kill Black Panthers, they used to sit him right there. That's how we knew they set him up. Them old punk-ass pigs.
Gentlemen, let's take our moment of silence right now. We got to honor the great one here.
For Kevin Samuels. Oh, yes, Lord.
Yes, and the patriarchy say, Kevin.
Y'all say Kevin. Let's say it again. Say it 3 times. Kevin.
So
okay.
definitely, gentlemen.
Kevin.
Now, brother Trans Bomber, brother Dr. Short, bring us into that conversation, sir.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I know that they are looking. They know that Biden's an empty suit. I don't know. He must have enough Prevagen shot in him to be in an assisted living facility by himself. They know that he's sick, and there's this rumbling that they're going to run Oldcom because there's nothing new about his ass. Him and Michelle Obama, because nobody wants Kamala's ass either. And I think that they're going to try to put Manshell Ofaga and make her the presidential candidate. And see, you need to understand that there may be 20 million or more Black women voters in this country, maybe 20 plus million. If you can bring that many people to the polls and you get another coalition of other people, and then Michelle would get all of the LGBTQ folk because they know the real deal. And a lot of billionaires that are for trans stuff, they would really support Michelle. They would. then they believe that they can win and they can get the black vote. They can get the illegals to stuff the falsely vote like they did last time. And they can steal the election one more time. With Obama running everything, he's the puppet master of what's going on here in DC. And then basically she would be resident or transient, and he'd be first faggot. But they would run the country. That's what we're looking at. That's what they want.
What would she be, sir?
She would be either transient or resident, depending on how you look at her. And of course, he'd be first faggot or first maybe, if you don't not certain which way he come down.
First beard.
No, first faggot. I mean, you have to really if you're going to insult someone, you've got to do it all the way. So the first faggot or first maybe instead of first lady.
Well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen, we have reached a situation. Well, first and foremost, we do know that they're trying to get him or it in position. And I don't know what exact position is that's going to be exactly.
A supine, not prone. That's the position.
But I will say this, not to go too far off of it, but we're talking about, I touch on this masculine energy being exuded by alleged women, because I'm gonna start calling them alleged, because some of it is just a little too strong for me. It's just a little too strong, and I got something that I want the gentleman to look at here. I'm gonna bring this thing up.
As long as it's not a picture of Patrick Ewing. Because I think that he and Michelle were twins.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of this face, because it is pretty damn strong, the face. But let's hear the rhetoric coming off of this beastly behemoth of a man here. Woman man, if you will.
Is that him to her?
Let's hear what him gotta say.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date. Again,
I can't hear it.
You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Hold on.
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have that expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna want to run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up.
I'm
You
just
talk about
saying. So if you're making $50,000, don't date.
Hold on, gentlemen. Before we get into, let me ask you. Hold on. Who's motivated by this female? Who the hell?
I'm not putting no 50K on that. No way.
Let me say this first and foremost.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
You do not see white women doing the same thing.
Come on.
That's number one. And I believe that this whole discussion is being motivated by the same people that push feminism, which is the intelligence. You have to understand the internet is run by the CIA and Mossad and others. This is being done to bust up the Black family. And I have to say it, I'm sorry, Black women as an aggregate have been the dumbest ass group of women in history to allow people that hate them to influence them against their men in their group. Palestinian women who are living 100 times worse than Black American women support Palestinian men. Our women are the only women that who choose not to understand what's going on. In fact, I'll go further to say to you, the problem in the Black community in many instances is that the Black woman is a subpar white man.
Come on. Come on.
And that black women wish that they were white men. And there's no amount of money that any black man that's going to have is going to make a black woman who hates God for making her a black woman. We can't buy that shit off. The best thing that black men can do for a woman like that is to get someone that's not from America. And I'm going to say this to you. If the Passport Brother movement and other such movements continue, a patriarch movement comes in that takes root, I look forward to a day where we have a directory, where we have people like someone like Brother Negro, where we keep a directory of black women that are seen as traitors that are on the do not date list. And if
brother, there is works on that on the way. All jokes aside, I got veteran brothers on the list on that conversation. A lot of men, because
every woman like this should be punished. They should be forced to choke on the words that they've said. And as I said, nobody should marry them. And any black man that tries to defend them, Umar Johnson, we should come after their asses like a swarm. In fact, what we should do is dox and give the addresses of the simps to the worst black women so they can contact them. For the bastards that are preaching to us to go out with these sorry, atrocious ass women, that they should be directed to them. See how fast a lot of these people change. A lot of people who talk this garbage, I'm talking about the men, they're saying that shit in theory. Let their asses get taken to the cleaners in divorce court by a wife or somebody that gave them an STD. See how fast a lot of people get it. We have an issue, a problem, an empathy deficit in the Black American male community, where we think it's cool not to give a fuck about the next guy.
Come on, talk.
And as a result, everybody it's created complete confusion. But we should target anybody that supports this behavior, male or female, needs to be sanctioned and they need to be dealt with. If that woman right there, this she looks like
Wally the fucking walrus looking.
No, she looks more like a cross. She looks like a sumo wrestler with a weave. Okay, if that broad were getting hit and all of her social media, they would shut the hell up. The reason that the women do this stuff, black men, is because there is nothing for which a black woman does that she's held accountable for or will be punished. Black men have made all people with pussy perfect, and they can't be wrong because they have a pussy. When you do that, that's why that ugly broad is out there saying it. This doesn't happen in other communities. They wouldn't dare do it. The minute that somebody counters this porcine-looking broad, I can assure you there's some limp dick, pathetic black beggar who would attack us over this stupid woman, but yet if that woman dogged him, he'd want you to empathize only after he got dogged out. That's how a lot of black men and black people function. Until it hurts me, it's okay. We have to teach people that there are rules and standards that we demand and we stick to. And that woman is only doing that because they perceive there'll be no consequence.
Correct.
Again, I keep saying it's black men's fault for not being men. And trust me, there's a world full of women that would happily replace that affront to womanhood. Look at the ugly clothes she has on. I mean, not only can people not cook, they can't dress, they don't know how to speak, and her hair is not well done. This is unheard of. But you know what? Like I said, I can assure you, an abundance of pathetic, potentially STD infected black men who would like to sleep with her. There's not. We've got to change the game in our community. There's some things that are not worth sleeping with. But I assure you, as the security state invents new STDs, there will be one. And it's going to kill a lot of black men and women, worse than AIDS. And it might be a blessing. I'm sorry. I'm tired of this stuff.
Well, hold on, gentlemen.
Wait.
Hold on,
Wait.
brother Negro. Hold on. I want to go to all of y'all again, but I got some better audio here, and I'm gonna play it again. And I want to start with you, brother Negro. Then I'm gonna go to brother Lone Wolf, and then we'll go to Twiz. I got some better audio here, so let's go ahead and play this thing.
And I can't hear you again. Your audio's dropped off.
You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, so if you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date. Again, I'm with you. You're not ready to date because courtship costs. Okay. Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, Shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna want to run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying? Be cutting up. I'm just talking about man. So if you're making $50,000,
all right, gentlemen, I'm gonna pause it right there. I got to go to my brother Negro, and then we're going to the Wolf. Brother Negro, what are your thoughts on what this? You know, she's not even a trap. You know, I'm not gonna go there. Go ahead, brother Negro.
I'm gonna go about this a little bit more differently. I didn't appreciate her attacking black women that she felt that was subpar, that wants to have relationships, you know, that want to be meaningful.
Go there.
I'm catching divester vibes with that weave. That's what I'm getting at. And then she's going speaking ill on black relationships as if she wants to have a black man. So that's the calling card that I see from the woman, from the lipstick, from her weave, from her glasses. She ain't trying to track no black man. She ain't trying to holler at a Negro.
I don't think she's trying to attack a man, period. I think she's a stud. A lot of the people promoting all this anti-male stuff are black lesbians. And again, I'm going to just say this. Black men worship lesbianism. Black women despise gay men. It's interesting. Every which way in which we could hold black women accountable, we fold like chairs. So she could have a girlfriends, and he'll work with as long as she has the pussy. A black woman would be mad at you if you said someone touched your dick when you were 2 years old. She'd be looking at you cross-eyed, and she could be bisexual. So there's no standard for women, mountain high standard for men. We've allowed this disequilibrium. It's our damn fault.
I like that, brother Dr. Short. Brother Negro, finish your thought, and then we go to the Wolf himself.
Yo, Shorty said that she looked like a turtle. That's crazy.
Shout out to our Wazzy sisters, man. She look like a turtle. That's a fact. But go ahead, brother.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo.
But the turtle has a shell.
Yeah, she's like a naked turtle. But anyway, on a much more serious note, I just didn't like how she was attacking the family unit, or a potential family unit, and they were attacking the guys of, like, if they don't make this certain amount, or if this woman, they just get a bottom B word. Like, I thought black women was like adversarial to the B word, you know?
Come on.
Like that was, yeah, that was one of the things that kind of triggered me a little bit. That they said that, and then that was kind of rude, you know? or she said that. I don't know. I don't know if she's a man or a woman, brothers and sisters. So,
Bruh, she giving me tucked away dude vibes. I'm really
yeah. She's giving me Manhattan West Side Street vibes at like 2:00 in the morning vibes. Where like all bad look. Jesus,
but be clear, somebody would blow that out. Brother Dr. Short, you know, y'all fellas know somebody would blow that out.
Man, that's a light-skinned refrigerator Perry. Like, holy smokes, that's a wide Pakistan.
It don't matter. Somebody is
that's a broke Pakistan.
Somebody gonna try to lean that over. I can guarantee you. Somebody will try to lean that over. Because
if it's light, it's right.
Like my sister DW in the chat say, cats ain't got no penis control.
They don't want any. In fact, even when they get, I've heard of dudes that screw women that they knew had STDs for bragging rights. I like pussy so much, I'll stick it in a woman with the disease. And you know what? There are sorry black men that think that that's cool. That's nasty. It's evil.
Shout out to my sister Star. She said it's bottom of the barrel behavior, and that's a fact. But see, the problem is, even this bottom of the barrel chick got a shot because a simp is born every minute. And he's gonna look out, he's gonna do something to try to prove himself to this Wally the Walrus looking chick right here.
Or maybe he's trying to prove it to dudes. Look, a lot of guys, because we black men don't have any kind of code, really. Half of the time, folks are screwing broads they don't even like to try to show they're okay or have something that they can talk to other brothers about. Other people talk about businesses and all this. We talk about sports, pussy, and music. I mean, and if you don't play sports, you don't know music, the only thing left is pussy. And if you're not getting it, lie. Do something, because we've allowed manhood to be so damn small. Pussy, sports, music. If you dare break out of that, people start getting afraid. Oh my God, you have a book in your head. I've seen guys, man, put the book down, it's gonna make you gay. And we're in college. What do books make you gay? Yeah. How do you pass? I cheat. So I know people trying not to read so they could be straight. Or my favorite one in DC, if you only screw one woman, you'll become gay. So you have to sleep with lots of women to stay straight.
Talk that. Right. Now I gotta go, before we go too far off the rails, we got the ordained lone wolf in the building. And it's important. I'm sure he's gonna come with a word, but gotta give him his time to talk that talk. Brother Lone Wolf, what do you say about what you just heard here, especially coming from this particular messenger?
I would say, just because you have a mic, you don't need an audience.
Come on.
And I think
run that back again, Brother Lone Wolf.
Just because you have a mic, that don't mean you deserve an audience.
Her audience is calories. Her audience is calories.
I think that she's literally disrespected, not even say disrespected, she's canceled out maybe 65% of men.
Come on, talk that.
You're talking about $50,000? That's a lot of money. Say what you want. This sounds to me like a female who don't know the value of money.
Come on.
I think that I can recall when I was on the police department and the starting salary was $25,000.
Come on.
$50,000, you can say what you want. Somebody would appreciate a man making $50,000. But again, we're living in the era in the Western culture where men have been devalued to just a check, not the instructions part. A man don't just provide and protect. A man gives instructions. That's number one.
Come on.
And I'll say it again. If these females cannot receive my instructions, they can't receive my protection.
Mm.
And she, along with millions of them, because I look at her, she could be maybe 35. She's not. She's a.
Well, hold on, brother Lone Wolf. Some of our family in the chat did some research on this young lady and said and alleged that she's a prostitute. She's a prostitute, brother Lone Wolf. So now she's going off of those singles in the air,
Of course.
getting thrown around.
Of course, that's common sense. Ain't no woman talking about money and ain't no prostitute. Nowadays they call working girls, and nowadays they call content creators. Of course, but go ahead, brother Lone Wolf.
Yeah. So as I was saying, you know, this, as you say, my brother Lone Wolf, everybody with a mic does not deserve an audience.
Hey, Chef C, when did yeast become content?
When a simp was born maybe a minute ago.
Okay.
OnlyFans?
Because you got to remember, it's a lot of son husbands running around here being raised by these mentally ill.
Okay,
mothers.
so that's how yeast became content.
Correct,
okay,
sir. Brother Lone Wolf, you got the floor, sir.
And again, she's speaking to a generation of women that I would say are right now disposable goods.
Come on.
Very disposable, because again, they're not traditional. It's about the paper. It's not about protection. They talk about protection because that's a passed down slogan. They don't want protection. They want the paper. And so with her, I don't know her, but I know the venom that she's spewing out. And she's reaching thousands. And there are a lot of people who's going to agree with her. A lot of women are out of order, very out of order. And we're going to have to start giving them the cold shoulder. We're going to have to walk over them carcasses. We're going to have to literally ignore them because they are attention whores. It kind of remind me of, again, the old movie called Virtuosity with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, where the more likes he got, the more outlandish he was, the more venom he spewed, the more crazy he became. A lot of these folks on these social media streets are in it for the likes. They're in it for the attention whores. And that comment she made, not understanding money, not understanding.
Why would she understand it if the pimp is getting it all?
There it is right there. There it is right there. The pimp. She's a product of her environment. And she's spewing her environment out here. We're living, this era is nothing but prostitutes and whores, man. Let's keep it 100. The most popular sitcoms are these Real Housewives, these reality television sitcoms. Where all they promote is whoreism. Just a society of whores. Not all of them. But
she does look like a ghetto gagger reject.
You know. And again, like Brother Negro said, there is a list being compiled. Man, let me tell you something. There's nothing in the universe. There's no natural law. There's no spiritual law that says, and they lived happily ever after. Some of these folks are going to feel the wrath. Not an if, it's a when. W-H-E-N, not W-I-N. When it happens. All these traders, I'm going on record, all these traders, male and females, who have betrayed the culture, they will be dealt with. if not by me, by somebody else. You can't keep spewing poison and don't eventually get killed yourself. So, she just, again, let them talk.
Okay, so she's a sexual kamikaze.
She's a look, just by her statements, she's a whore.
Mm-hmm. And not even a good-looking one.
Why does she look like an overweight brick lady?
No,
the one that got hit with a brick?
No, she looks like an obese Chiquita banana logo.
Watch this. Think about the Latino culture who comes. Think about the ones who's coming over to this country, and they are not even making half the money that we are making, and their women respect them. Their women are not saying $50,000 to get my respect.
You know what, Brother Lone Wolf? Let me back you up. I met a young lady, well, a few years ago. Spanish shorty. Right? She makes 6 figures. Shorty making paper. Okay. And I asked, I said, listen, could you ever be okay with your guy staying home and you going out to get the paper? She said, hell yeah, and I would give him the money. I said, what? She said, I would give him the money when I bring it home after working all the hours. I said, that don't even sound right. She said, why not? I said, but we supposed to go out and go get it. She was like, yeah, but if I don't want to do that, I have no problem with my guy staying home and I go out and get it and bring the money back home. I want to know for the ladies, particularly my American ladies, Black American ladies, and anybody that's American in here. Is that okay for you to go out to go get the chicken while your man staying home? Now, mind you, y'all ain't got no kids. Y'all don't have no kids. But she said even then, she cool with him staying at the spot. She'll bring the check home. She will bring the check home and give it to him after working all those hours. Could Black American women be okay with a situation like that? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go to brother Lone Wolf. Finish your thoughts, sir, and then we're gonna go to brother Twiz here.
I'm finished. I want to hear what Twiz got to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Twiz, let's talk to us today. Twiz, talk to us. We got the look at the brother Lone Wolf again. Brother Lone Wolf is a great supporter of us, y'all. One of the riders. Definitely, if y'all haven't subscribed to his platform,
shout out to brother Lone Wolf.
Go over there and subscribe to the wolf himself, brother.
The werewolf, not the wrong wolf, the werewolf. You understand me?
You understand?
Yeah. Check this out, man.
Talk to me.
That right there is a pure definition of society right now. What's wrong? Where it's all about the money. And I blame Puff Daddy for this shit because he changed the game to where
the only
it's
nigga
all
you gonna
about
blame,
the money. Yeah, I blame him because he started the shit. He started the sellout. Because I grew up on the time of Damon Wayans. It's like if I sell out, I get the hell out. You know what I mean? But that sugar daddy, he made it okay to sell out. That's why motherfuckers started selling their booties and bussies, and that's why people coming after him right now. When you look at women like that, that should give you a clear red flag to run away from that, because anytime you have to pay for a woman, that's something that you need to check your game. You know what I mean? If you're not a man on your square, if you ain't a man that got your shit together, if you ain't a man that's out here attracting women and women ain't smelling you and feeling you and that's following you, you need to get your shit together. Because the moment you start chasing women, you're going to be lost in life. The moment you start following a woman, you ain't going to be happy in the life. And the moment that you have to take orders from a woman, you're going to be dead in life. You ain't going to never be happy with a man. You're going to be living with a bunch of regrets. You're going to be living with a bunch of what ifs. And you're going to be sitting there like a motherfucking volcano ready to explode at any given moment. That's why women can never control men. And that's why, as a man, you gotta have your shit together. That's why what they say, I never seen a man go broke chasing money, but I've seen men always go broke chasing women. You know what I'm saying? That shit is 100% true. You gotta be, to each is his own. I don't knock no man, because we all come from the struggle. We all got hardships. We all got our own trials and tribulations. And I don't even want to encourage. But yet in the same motherfucking time too, we gotta fight. If you ain't down to fight, hey, as Brother Wolf say, nigga, if you ain't praise the Lord and pass the ammunition, it ain't nothing else that you should be in this motherfucker talking about you want to pay attention to, for real. We got to be ready to fight. And you got to, as a man, you got to be ready to fight for your honor. You got to be ready to fight for your manhood. And you got to be ready to fight for your motherfucking respect at any given time. And like my dad said, anytime a person, man, woman, or child put themselves in a position as a man, they is to be treated as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna have mercy for you. So for that little Henrietta Hippo with a motherfucking Southern Bella suit on, she would be lucky if she gets somebody. She would be lucky if she got somebody to even pay her any attention. Because if she came my way, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is checking my wallet, make sure she ain't trying to bit me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, chef, I'm gonna check my wallet and make sure my car's locked, windows down, everything. Make sure she ain't trying to bit me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is though? We gotta understand something. Hold on. You know what she giving me vibes of now that I take a second look? You know that the brick chick, she had the putty face, but she had a ham on her. This chick might have a ham on her.
He just said that. That looked like the brick chick. You know what I'm saying?
The overweight,
Negro just said that. Yeah, Negro just said that.
Negro said that, but I'm thinking she might have a ham on her, and she knows she got a ham, and dudes is gassing her up. She might have a ham on her. See, cats.
I don't care.
We know. Listen, we gonna keep it 100 in here today. We know plenty of dudes will take that lick if she got a house on the back. If she got a house on the back,
why not stay an RV?
Check this out though, Chef. But that's only for so long though.
Because so
that's
long.
Hers.
But
that's
they still
hers.
Gonna get that lick, Twist.
That's hers. Now,
get a lick.
Hey, as we say out here, hey, only thing open after 2 is legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you'll be surprised where niggas be creeping to on the late night. You'll be surprised who niggas be creeping with on the late night. It's a bunch of niggas here talking, oh, I won't do, but I guarantee you, after that curfew, you gonna see some motherfuckers creeping in some doors or 2. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, I'm saying, hey, in public, I'll be like, ugh, but then at the 2, I'll be like, hey, what you do? You know what I mean? I done threw rocks at windows a many night. I'm gonna keep it 100, but I'm not no cockhound to where I'll just do anything. You know what I mean? I gotta be turned on to you. You know what I mean? If I'm not turned on, if I'm not attracted, you know, what's the good of the chase? You know, I'm a predator. If I don't see that shit, you know, I don't have no desire for it. You know, I'm not just going because something, huh?
After 2, you not paying for that though, right? She got her own.
I ain't paying if it was motherfucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a player. I'm not paying for no man. Come on. But I look like paying for something I don't know what I'm getting. Not only that, I can't take it home and sit it in the corner and play with it later. You got me fucked up. You know, I can't pay no woman for no pussy. What the fuck I look like? Not only that, I don't even know how good it is. I don't even know her quality. I don't even know what I'm getting. It's like, wait, she got 4 stars on her head saying her shit can throw in the air and be like sunshine. You got me fucked up. You pay a woman? Shit, the bitch better pay me because she's getting the thrill. Women get more orgasms than we get. You know, you fucking with the maid dude. You fucking with the top tier dude. You fucking with that, as Jason Black said, that professional dude. This the dude that can up you up. This the dude that has the bag. This the dude has the credibility and the respect. Not only that, the class and the charisma that can take you where you need to go. I don't give a fuck how much money or position a woman never have. A woman would never have that fierceness. She would never have that fear component. Like us men in here, you know, we go certain places and we walk through, motherfuckers bow down because they know they're dealing with real men and they know if they step, they got a real motherfucking fight coming on their hands. Salute to my brother Wolf. So when a woman get with a man like that, she knows she can go all the way because she got that protection. She got that it factor that she don't have. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got me fucked up if you think I'm gonna pay a woman for the privilege that I possess. Bitch, you need, excuse my language, but you need to pay me because I'm the motherfucking bag. I'm the motherfucking table. Not only that, I'm the motherfucking house that the motherfucking table sit in. Bitch, you understand me? I'll let my plane there.
Hey. Yo, what's up with the cake soap vibe on that woman? Look at her skin.
hold on. Let me get this nigga Twiz his motherfucking horn. Nigga, you the house that the motherfucking table in. You understand me? Nigga, you understand?
Motherfucker, you understand me? It's an instant upgrade. Whenever a woman get with a gentleman like us in the room, it's an instant upgrade because we can change their lives just like that. It's like they got the fucking golden ticket from Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. Well, bitch, I'm the real reality. You understand me? Once you got a man that's gonna protect you. You got a man that's gonna provide for you. You got a man that's gonna establish you. Not only that, whatever he has, you have. His shine is your shine. You know what I'm saying? You can't. A man can't get that from a woman, nor between the legs of a woman. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you got to be a man out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why you the prize, you the bag. If anything, motherfucker, you need to pay me. You understand me?
Talk that talk. Shout out to our brother Q. Let's talk. Brother Q, let's talk too in the chat. Peace to my brother Q. Peace to Sister DW, Sister Sean, Sister Star, and we got my sister. Hold on. I got a few sisters in this motherfucker. Shout out to Cut the Check in here too. Where you at, Cut the Check? Man, y'all tap in, man. Shout out to the whole family. Sister Star. Where my sister Quiet Scales at tonight? Normally she with us tonight, but anyway, peace to the sisters and the brothers that's tapped in. Yeah, listen, man. Twiz said he the house that the goddamn table is in. You understand him? And brother Lone Wolf, listen, the conversation here, it is important that we make make this stuff make sense, brother Lone Wolf. And these women, their shock factor. See, everybody has told these folks to come out. If you want to go viral, you got to say something that's going to offend. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be logical or reality, but it must offend, right? And this is the only position a walrus like this is coming from, because she know some folks are going to be offended, the real women and men who know how hard it is to make that 50K a year, right? And she's literally taking a jab at that population because she knows there's a great deal of men at the $50,000 income in the United States, especially black men. That was a lick at black men. It wasn't a lick at nobody else. It was a lick at us. This is divestment, feminism, feminazi joint at his finest. Okay, she thinks she playing chess. The play was easy to peep. So brother Dr. Short, sir, Fannie Willis. Shout out to Fannie Willis. Shout out to Fannie Willis.
Well, for her, Petunia Pig always had Porky. This is really, she's gone down, man.
I never heard of Petunia Pig after all these years. That was her name, Petunia.
That was her name. And I mean, and
I'm about to use that for now.
She looks like Petunia Pig with the weave. And I just want to shout out to Brother Twister for bringing up Henrietta Hippo from the New Zoo Review, which a lot of people forget that show, but I remember the New Zoo Review. In fact, I have a picture of Henrietta Hippo. I think I sent it to you, Chef. Henrietta Hippo looks like Sheila Jackson Lee.
We used that in our first Pat talk.
Yeah. Sheila Jackson Lee looks like Henrietta Hippo. Look, the lady.
She looked like the orangutan from Ape to me. Sheila Jackson Lee, how she do her hair. I know she tried to wear her hair in the symbol of the Virgin Mary. No. That's
a fucking artificial.
She looked like a fucking orangutan to me.
Well, she looks like SpongeBob without that artificial piece put in there. If you've seen her without makeup, I thought one day, they had a really bad hurricane about 13 years ago in the Philippines. You remember, or 12 years ago. And Sheila Jackson Lee, no, it was 13 years. Whatever. It was 14 years ago. Sheila Jackson Lee had a lot of Filipino constituents, and I guess they called her ass and told her she needs to be up in the Rayburn office building. And she came up there in her house slippers. I guess those Asians told her to move. She came without that ugly piece on the back of her head. She was so unattractive. I thought it was a crackhead that had gotten into the congressional building. I did not. I mean, the only reason I knew that she was important was she had on her congressional button. She looked so bad. If you've ever seen Sheila Jackson Lee without makeup on, let me tell you something. Who could I compare? You know, there's a guy, you saw the movie Waiting to Exhale?
Yes, indeed.
Remember the dark-skinned dude that Leela Rashawn was with?
Yes.
She looks like him, but worse than, with ashy skin on her face. I'm not lying. That's what Sheila Jackson Lee looks like. Take his mustache away, and she looks like him. I don't know that actor's name. He's now farming and building homes or something. She looks like him. I thought it was a homeless dude up there and walking on the first floor of the Rayburn office building in D.C. And it was Sheila Jackson Lee. And she was in her house slippers. That's what I said. I thought she was homeless. I said, how does a homeless person get inside? Ooh, that's Sheila Jackson Lee without the makeup and that little ugly. And that must be the oldest hairpiece. I don't know if she's trying to like set a record for having the oldest, dirtiest hairpiece of a public
you see how
office
she wear
holder.
it up though? How she wear it up on her head like it's like a hat sitting halfway. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
it looks.
Ain't she Jamaican too? Ain't she
Yeah,
Jamaican as well?
you know, that thing looks like a squirrel urinal. I don't know what they're trying to prove.
Hey, come on.
I told you that's that divester look. That's that divester look. She's signaling to that white zaddy.
But
Did she get it popping? Did she get it popping with that governor?
But if she's a prostitute, you know, a significant number of prostitutes are lesbians. So what she's really trying to do is she's miserable. She'd be lucky if a man with $15,000 would want to be with her sterilized ass, who probably has fallopian tubes that look like Swiss cheese. Nobody wants that old, used up old bitch. Okay.
Hey, Dr. Short.
Yeah.
That's probably why she was flashing on that phone call, because she probably got one of the little interns who she was tricking on probably shook her. That's probably why she got her attitude. Remember they had that tape order where she was cussing everybody out because she was losing the election in Texas? That's probably why. They was like, man, I'm done with this old bed wench right here, man. Cause you know, she can spitting out nothing but old gray dust. You know what I mean? She's spitting out nothing but chalk from the chalkboard. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? If you're
You know what I mean?
careful, she wears the pedophile ring, the Pandora ring. I think she must have took it off. Why'd you wear a pedophile ring if you're not a pedophile? I didn't say you're a pedophile, but you got the Pandora ring on. You know, if I wore one, people think I bother kids. But, you know, she lost. I hope. And we got to talk about that, Chef. There's that fine ass, high yellow girl with the long hair running against Sheila Jackson Lee. And I put it up on my Twitter page. I'm giving in to colorism. I'm sorry, Juan.
As high yellow.
Yes, I mean I'm giving in to colorism.
I heard that.
I'm giving in to colorism and long hair today, just because I can't.
Short, I'm sorry to cut you off, OG, but you know, blacker the berry, sweeter the juice, and the
Not when it comes to Sheila and this high yellow girl.
We ain't talking about Sheila. We ain't talking about Sheila.
No. But I'm talking about Sheila. In this instance, I'm discriminating. I'm encouraging everybody in Texas in the congressional district of Sheila Jackson Lee. You have my personal permission to be biased against Sheila Jackson Lee for being darker than the light-skinned lady. Please vote for her. I think her last name is
Project Paper Bag. Paper Bag.
Yes, I mean, in fact, get as many paper bags as you can. Get Sheila's a banana boat ass out of office. All right, patriarch, come and you're gonna go home. Right?
Bam 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 bam
right.
Bam, bam,
I mean, I'm tired. It's time for her to quit. In fact, her deep ass voice. I mean, she could play Melvin Franklin and the Temptations. She could be, she could be an understudy for the Temptation player. Her voice is deep enough to be Melvin Franklin. So get out. So yes, if you're in Texas, please for the first time in my life, I'm for colorism. If that's what it takes, I'm going to appeal to self-hating black people. For those of you who don't like folk who are darker than you, and we can't get you to love everybody, please, if you are black and color struck, please discriminate against Sheila. You have my permission to be complexion prejudiced this one time. Please vote against Sheila Jackson Lee.
Gentlemen, hold on, y'all. Listen here.
Yo, Chef, the examples you got me cracking up, brother.
You know I got to put the colorism.
Oh my God, dude!
Yes,
this is
I'm appealing to colorism.
Hold on, gentlemen.
God of black self-hatred, please, please make my people vote against Sheila. Vote for the yellow girl over the brown girl. When she's black, keep her back. Amen. Look, I want colorism just this one time. Please kick Sheila out. You know, that would just bust her up to have lost the mayoral race and have the light-skinned girl with the long hair that's FBA. Oh, my God. She may just
Dr.
buy a house
Short.
in Jamaica and stay there.
Hey, Dot. In this case, you know what I'm saying? We going for culture-wise. We going for the FBA and not the Jamaica or the Caribbean. You understand me?
Or the ugly
A. Let's don't discriminate against the chocolate sisters.
Or the ugly
I love them. I love them Hershey's Kisses,
we discriminate
man,
against Sheila. She's not a sister.
Yeah, so we going
Sheila,
culture
get out.
she's not American. Yeah, she's not American.
Sheila's gotta go.
We gonna feed her on the long handle tether spoon. We gonna feed her with the tether spoon. You know what I mean?
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on. Here's what we want to do. Okay.
So it's Project Banana Bag.
Hold on, Negro. Hold on. Nobody's saying anything. I got the brother Q in the building.
Oh, and I have a question. Do y'all mind if I leave? I've been at this for hours. My behind is hurting sitting on this
Dr.
daggone
Short,
bench.
this is the second time you did this to us, man. Last time you left us for
it's
Bible
gonna be
school,
more
man.
times too.
Man, come on, man. You know, you with the fellas. We at the bar, man. You know, we we on the libation. We on the televisation with the libation.
Dr. Short just gave a beautiful 3-hour show before you guys went live, and I was listening to it while I was taking care of some personal business. Dr. Short was giving it to him, y'all. For y'all that didn't hear it, you need to go back and listen.
I earned a break. I don't mind.
You've been sitting there for about 5 hours now.
Yes, and I'm done sitting. And I want everybody to communicate. I'll be back, and we can do part 2 on what we would say pork chop feminists and politics. But I need to eat something, so I'm going to check out.
Go treat
here.
yourself and don't cheat yourself. Go ahead,
yes,
young
sir.
Man. It's a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure and an honor to sit down with you, man.
Likewise.
Have a good night, man. And we're gonna do this again.
Yes.
Like I said, these are Saturday sit downs, man.
Long live Kevin Samuels.
Black man, you know what I mean? Black power.
Now, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are still here. Brother Short is sliding. You know, I got Brother Q in the building. Okay. We got Brother Q in here, and Brother Q, I don't know if you heard the CD. I played the track for the fellas. We were going around getting an understanding. But I got this other thing that I want to bring up real quick.
Was it the Walrus that said about the 50,000?
The Walrus, yeah, I think you heard the Walrus go off. You know, we
call them plus size princesses over here. That's a plus size princess.
And who else was it? Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar get almost catching the fade by the side.
To grab my titty.
You know, so it's been a little crazy out here. But I got something else I want to remind folks when we talk about feminism. All right, I want to remind folks of the number one certified feminist in today's game. So I'm gonna bring up a clip for y'all, just so we make it make sense for the fellas and the ladies in here, because your girl got something to say to y'all, and it only would be right to hear it from the horse's mouth, the whore's mouth herself. So I'm gonna give you this real quick. Let me bring it up real quick for y'all. You understand me? Let me bring this up. All right. Kamala Harris just has a message for everybody on this
I'm
this
drunk.
Black History Month. She's got a message for cats. Okay. I just want to make sure everybody remembers.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people.
Happy Black History Month.
Hey,
brought to you by Kamala.
The ski wee way. You understand? That's just
Y'all know,
that's
she
just an
from my town,
understanding.
right? Y'all know she from my town, and the lowdown was, she was the #1 headhunter. That was her thing, and that was her claim to fame. So you know what I mean? Hey, who said? Who said you
she
can't
from
get far? She
the
can do
Bay
her
gonna
way
have
to
to hold
there.
that. The Bay gonna have to
We've been
hold that
holding it.
Wiz.
We've been holding it, and not only that, we've been stiff arming her like we've been running for the Heisman. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I never
If
acknowledged
you
her, and I didn't
if you
know.
sniffing
Check this
her,
out.
she like it. You
Check this out.
understand
I
me?
didn't know nothing about her until I seen her when she won the San Francisco DA office, and she jumped up and said, "I'm the first Asian Jamaican and black." I'm like, "Bitch, hold on. What you mean? You know what I mean? You supposed to be black. Ain't no other. You know what I mean? I'm a motherfucking nigga. You understand? Town business. We out here niggas. You know what I mean? It's black first out here. We've been fighting for this shit. I don't give a fuck what we mixed with. We all talk about, oh, we going to Louisiana. We all go back down south in the summertime to visit our families. You know what I'm saying? That's been a tradition out here on the West Coast. She can't go nowhere. She got to go to Bali. Where she got to go to Mumbai. Where she got to go where that motherfucking nigga made the motherfucking extractor at. She got to go over there and deal with them motherfucking funky, barefoot, dirty, musty, funky. Ooh, I know it's funky in a motherfucker over there. They don't bathe. When you go into the liquor store, when you go in the liquor store, it smell like you've been into a fucking karate school. It smell like nothing but feet and armpits in the motherfuckers. You understand me? For real. And here she want to act like she one of
Wiz,
us.
hold
Man,
on. What's in that cup? Let me know what's in that cup. You understand
you
me?
know me, man. You know me. I'm with Don Julio. You
You
understand?
on that
For real.
hoolie? Okay, you on that?
Yeah, but on the real though, man, Kamala, come drunk. She's not us. Come drunk's not us.
Yeah.
Each time she up there, even Fox News talking about, is she drunk? Yeah, she drunk all come.
Listen, let's get back into this, gentlemen. Now, I'm bringing up a little bit of receipts here and there. I think it's necessary, right? And I got this one other thing. I think some of y'all got into the room a little late, but I just want to remind folks, like I said, this Negro right here got these folks down bad. Told them to act like a lady and think like a man. Okay.
That nigga need to be put on the Summer Jam screen, Chef. He needs to be put on the Summer Jam screen, dude.
He told him to act
I think he needs to retract that book. I think he need to be sued and retracted.
Listen, we talking about a dude.
Hey, Negro. He need to sit down.
Hold on. We talking about a nigga who got security and the bath man fucking off on his girlfriend, on his wife. We got to understand that. Like, listen, he said, listen, I got to go get this money because he paying the keeper. The moment that jigaboo donkey face motherfucker don't bring in no more money, she gone. And she already told that pass around daughter of hers, listen, take that motherfucker's last name and do whatever you got to do with it.
Hey, Chef, ain't she an OG Ripper though? Wasn't she with the OG D-boys from their hometown?
Oh, yeah.
She get passed around? Ain't she like what? She got what, 1, 2? Ain't she's like a fucking pass down? Ain't she somebody else's used car broken down problem?
Oh, the
and
mileage
then
is
he
there.
wanna put her on a pedestal like she Queen Elizabeth or something, and here she ain't nothing but a motherfucking high price in our time hoochie mama, and she's still showing that. Hey, what's the old saying? You can't you can turn a hoe into a housewife. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if you gave her the world still ain't gonna enough. She gonna want the moon after you gave her the moon. She gonna want Mars, and after Mars, she gonna want Saturn. Man, come on. Enough is never enough. That's why, like Goldie said, I get what he said. I give them what they want, because if they wake up with some money, they subject to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? The famous Pretty Tony, and that's 100% true, because I learned throughout all my 50 years of experience, asking a woman what you want to do, what you want, you're gonna be like this for a while. You better have you a drink or something, because you're gonna be waiting a while. Instead of be like, come on, you coming with me. when you do that, you're gonna have a better time that way. But
Well,
the
hold
moment
on.
you
Let me go around to the fellas then. See, because now
yeah,
you got me
yeah,
on
come
something.
on.
You got
Yeah,
me
I
on.
mean,
Hold
each
on,
body
hold
can
on, hold
each
on,
one
nigga.
teach one.
Hold
Yeah,
on, nigga.
nigga,
You
come
got me
on,
on
nigga.
something now.
Take the shot, son. You know
You
how we get
understand
down,
me?
eh?
I want to know, and I'm gonna start with my brother Lone Wolf. Okay, we got to go back to the wolf. The rebellious nature of these new millennial females, these breezies. Is it the product of indecision from these immature men that is causing them to act out, or it's just because they're coming from they're the products of the anger that their mom has that she never had a real place to take it out on, brother Lone Wolf. So it's coming through these women. What do you think about that, brother Lone Wolf? Are they the product of their mothers? You on mute, brother Lone Wolf. You on mute.
So I will say this: where there's an offspring, there's a root.
Mm.
And we always look at the symptoms in the offspring, but we never look at the root. This inappropriate behavior comes from a root. And we want so much not to point the finger at the neglectful parent or parenting. So we will make excuses for this inappropriate behavior. But again, a person, I think, composes of three people: their father and mother who was there, and the father and mother who wasn't there.
Mm.
Okay. They're getting this information, they're getting this teaching, they're getting their instructions from somebody. That's what I said, and I go back to, the promise that was given to man. As long as men are given instructions, it's going to be a better place to live.
Come on.
Say this again. As long as the men are given instructions, we will have a better place to live. It's when we forego the instructions, you'll see the chaos that we see right now. In your other countries where there's a patriarch, you're not seeing this foolishness. You're not seeing this inappropriate behavior. You're not seeing these wildebeest. You're not seeing that.
Come on. Come on.
So the offspring.
Hold on, brother Lone Wolf. Hold on, brother Wolf. Spin that back one more time for the slow folk like me in the back.
My dad used to call them mushmouth mules. He used to call them mules.
Go ahead, talk that talk, brother Wolf. Say that again.
What? When you see this inappropriate behavior,
yeah,
these are wildebeest. There's no way else to explain it. I mean, again, I can when people open their mouths, I can tell if you've had some solid instructions.
Come on.
I can tell if you had some mentors. I mean, even the scripture says that wisdom is in the multitude of counsel. You know what I'm saying? A president, he has to have people around him, counselors, his national defense, his education secretary. But our women, they're just talking to each other. They're not talking to us. They're talking at us, but they ain't talking to us. They're talking to themselves. Because every time they open their mouths, you can hear the foolishness. I mean, think about this. If their fathers was around, would you say that? Would you say would they say what they're saying if they had a responsible, respectful father in their lives?
Right. Come on.
I'm not gonna say this because they know that fathers is.
Oh, they getting at him.
My phone rang.
He talking that. Hey, you
His
talking?
phone
You talking?
was
Hey,
ringing.
Can you hear me?
you talking that nuclear family talk, brother Lone Wolf. So you
hate
got
that
to get a
shit.
call now.
Hey, Wolf, don't you hate that shit when you cooking, your phone start ringing? I hate that shit.
Brother Wolf, you there?
I'm gonna have to go out and come back in. Let me see something.
Oh yes.
He gonna have to drop out and come back in.
I'm gonna drop him down and I'm gonna bring him
Yeah,
back.
that's what happened with me.
Let me go to
Brother Q.
let me go to my brother Negro, and I'm gonna bring you back, brother Lone Wolf.
I ain't never heard Negro this quiet.
Negro, what say you? Is it our inability to lead or the indecision of men that is causing the women to react or conduct themselves in the way that they are, brother Negro? What say you, sir?
I'm leaning towards what Dr. Short is on that about when it comes to some of our sisters. They're not believing in God, you know. They don't believe in the order of man. They don't believe in the order of instruction, you know. And if they don't want to have us as like in leadership and stuff like that, they don't want to be good helpmates. Like those are the stuff that we need.
Hold on, brother Negro. Are you saying the non-believer is always in church on Sunday? Is that what you're communicating?
I'm saying that you might have a lot. Well, there's two ways you could look at that. There's one way that you could say back in the day, my aunt told me how she explained church. The church has a lot of people that are ill, you know, a lot of people that are a lot of people that are injured, you know, both spiritually and physically and emotionally, you know. So they come to the church to get that repair. So of course they might not be coming at their best self, you know what I mean? So like that's one thing that I don't really fault them as much. It's more or less the ones that know better that's acting in that manner, if you get what I mean. Those are the ones I'm kind of like side-eyeing hard. Not the one who just came off the street, coming to stumble in church, just trying to get their life together. You know,
The defiant
it's
ones,
a difference.
like the defiant ones.
Yeah, it's a difference, man.
Can you hear me?
That's interesting, man. I think it's
I can hear you, Wolf.
You're giving me.
I can hear you, Wolf.
You're giving
Watch
me
this.
infrastructure, so I like that, brother Negro. Brother Wolf, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just church. I think that what separates mankind from the animal kingdom is some type of knowledge of God. When you hear these females talk, do you even hear God come out their mouths? And I'm not talking about a Christian God, a Muslim God, a Jewish. I'm just talking about, do you even hear anything close to Scripture? I mean, the Scripture says that a fool speaks his mind.
So, brother Lone Wolf, then why are many of the churches, the doors of the church still open then? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, the doors of the church are shutting down. The church should have been shut down about 2 decades ago. At least 2.
Well, I mean.
Hey, Chef, can we get some sound effects on that right there?
Hold on, I'm setting him up. Hold on. You know I'm setting him up. You know, hey, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna say this, brother Lone Wolf, before you keep cooking. I'm gonna say this. Some of the Negroes that play this shit back. I don't know if you're black or if you're white. I don't know what the fuck. But some of these Negroes been in my damn comments saying, "Fuck them sounds that you be dropping, Chef."
Ask us, do we give a fuck?
Hold on. Let me
keep doing what you're doing and stick to what you're winning at.
Hold on. Let me get this off. You understand? In here, we drop bombs.
Motherfucker.
In here, we let them things go. In here, you're gonna hear all type of shit. So if you don't like it, I don't give a flying fuck.
Fuck
I don't care.
Ask us, do we give a fuck? Because we don't.
Well, let me go back to Brother Lone Wolf. Sir, you got your siren on that. All right, well, let's go ahead and keep cooking in here, Brother Lone Wolf.
Yeah, again, I mean, I can't, when I hear these sisters or some of these brothers, I know that they don't have a God conscience. I'm not trying to get folks saved. I'm not trying to get you to go to somebody's church. But I do want you to have some type of understanding of the infinite spirit, the infinite God. Because again, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, you know, and when you understand that concept. But I just know that the thing that separates these wildebeests the animal kingdom from mankind is some type of knowledge of good, which is God, because God is supposed to be good. And they don't have that, man. They don't have it. And again, a lot of these people that we listen to, we're just taking names. We're taking names because I know with everything in my fiber, in my being, I know this country was built on war. The foundation of this country was built with the guns. The two pillars of this country has always been genocide and slavery. We've had a civil war, a revolutionary war, and we funded thousands of war since this country has been in existence.
Brother Wolf, let me ask you one question. Remember when we fought in the War of Independence? It was another war where the British came back and they burnt down the Capitol building. Which war was that? Was that the war 1812 or 1816?
Well, it's only 4 years apart, so we go with that.
I forgot which one it was, but yeah, go ahead, because I use that as aspect as the wars that we didn't fought in, because people think of the War of Independence. It was really two of them, and people don't know it was two wars of independence. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Wolf.
Well, again, the miseducation department is doing a great job in miseducating the public. They don't want us to know about American history. Because when you really know about American history, you'd arm yourself. And you'd stay armed. And you'd be ready, not getting ready.
Come on.
That's why when I hear these folks out here talking sometimes, I know they ain't really shit their pants yet. They ain't had no situation that will cause them to think twice about life or death. They just talking to hear themselves. But that day is coming just to show us I'm black. It's coming, brothers.
I love it. Let me go to brother Q. All right, now Q. Listen, let's talk to, ladies and gentlemen, again, another phenomenal platform.
Hold on, Chef, one more time. Give us some sound effects for Brother Wolf, because that was
hold on, nigga.
That wasn't a mic drop. That was a bomb drop. Brother Wolf dropped a bomb right there with the
nigga. Hold on, go on mute, nigga. I got this. You understand me? I'm setting it up. You know what I mean? And you know what? I got Brother Q, as I was saying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed, Lone Wolf Firearms, Let's Talk To, all on YouTube. Make sure you all go there and subscribe right now. No need to wait, right? And shout out to the ordained Lone Wolf himself, Brother Juan J. Johnson. Okay? The wildebeests are coming, or have arrived, or been here terrorizing. But I'm going to use that.
Hey, the migration is on the way. The migration is on the way, and they all following the leader. You understand me?
So, but brother Q, you know, when just like I asked the rest of the brothers, has it been the indecision of immature men that have created this environment for which these wildebeests, as our brother Lone Wolf called them, have begun to run wild? Is it because of our indecision? Well, not matter of fact, is it because of their indecision? It ain't mine, goddamn it. I'm not holding that L for these losers. So is it because of these cats that we're outnumbered and surrounded by the wildebeests?
First of all, good evening, brothers. I appreciate you guys. You know, I was in the back watching while I was finishing up some stuff at home. You know, I'll say this: absolutely not. It's not their fault, our fault. What it is that our women, unfortunately, let's just use Fannie Willis. our women fell for the okie doke. Not all, but most fell for the okie doke. The game that white supremacy plays with the attack on the black family, the base of the black family is who? The women. This independent women, the feminism, the whole, it all applies. And you look at Fannie Willis and those of us that's on other social media platforms, and just look at the comments. With Fannie Willis was those of us that know anything about a court system, she was what they call a hostile witness. But you look at the comments from mostly black melanated people, definitely women, it was a sister girl, high five, she told them off, she did that. But the reality is that Fannie Willis was messy.
Brother Q, that's the whole reason why she did
She holds
that.
a seat of power, and she was dealing with a man that was married and got divorced right
Hold
before.
on. Say that again. The fact of the matter was what, Brother Q? I need that.
She was messy.
That's what.
No, and I
she was something else too, Brother Q.
A lot of
Brother
people
Q,
be like,
she was something else. She was narcissistic.
Why
she
would
had that power?
What does Diff have to do with her going at Trump or whatever? The bottom line is your integrity is now in question. You know, some women fall, like I said, they fall for, I call it the false positive, where you'll think that you're winning, but the reality is that white supremacy is using you as a tool. Then all of a sudden, she gets on the stand, starts talking about how pro-black she is. Her father was an ex-Panther. Oh no! All these black men that this woman are sent to jail. But like I said, the issue with her and being messy is that it's no checks and balances. We shouldn't have to check these women, with all due respect. I love our women, but we shouldn't have to check them.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Their own sisters should be addressing them, but I said they in the comments talk about, oh, she did this, she told them off, popping their gum, twitching their head, doing the sister girl stuff. And the bottom line is that she looked like a damn fool. And it happens through history. But Jasmine Crockett next. We can almost predict Jasmine Crockett will be the next one because she's loud, she's extra, and it happens. It happened with Mosby. Mosby down there in Baltimore. Freddie Gray died on your watch, not nobody else's. She went after them cops. It ain't go the way that she wanted to win because they've made it seem like our women are in charge. Like Dr. Short said before he left, they're being positioned to be a white man. So it gets in their head that they got some type of authority. You're dealing with a beast that has a system that their objective is to destroy you at all times. They are set out to destroy you. But just look at all of them. All of the beautiful black women. I'm not even going to say who they are and what the type of character they have as far as being wildebeest. But I'm going to say all of them. Just look at all of them. They got put in positions, and they get in positions. What's the linebacker? The defensive tackle down there in Georgia that ran for governor in Atlanta.
Lars Taylor.
Nah, she looked like a Jalen Carter.
Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
She under investigation.
I call her Big Poppy. She looked like Big Poppy to me.
Under investigation. Latita James, under investigation. Because they think that they are going to be the ones who are going to carry the banner and help our people get liberated. The best thing you could do to help our people get liberated is work behind the scenes and empower your black man. Instead, they're being used and they're tools of white supremacy. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. Then they got the mayor. What's the mayor, Chef C? That's in Illinois. when that come out, she come out. They said she come out to things. So my bitch better have my money.
Oh, the one that went to Vegas, spent all the money.
You talking about the Dalton mayor, right? In Illinois.
What's that breezy name? Yeah.
Look, Chef C.
Yo,
they said she shut down businesses that would not support her campaign.
That's acting like that's thinking like a man, looking like a woman from time to time. See, she's got the man. It's a lot of masculine, high fucking estrogen. With
the thing, Chef C, that's scary, and brothers, that's scary is when you got brothers that come along, and some sisters do it. And I'm not going to say it's not a lot of sisters that's telling people to push back. It's always, oh, you know, you're being misogynist, you're hating, and then they'll throw out this stat. Oh, black women are the number one educated people in America. So, what does that mean? Your accomplishments is good for you. That don't mean that you're better than the next person. When you try to tell them, they look at you, like I said, like you're hating. The bottom line is that they look stupid in the long run. Like Fannie Wills look stupid. because let's just say all the cases that she got were legit cases. I mean, this is the job of a DA, prosecutor. Now everything has to go through with a fine microscope because she's compromised. Her authority's compromised. Like, come on. But this, you know, because she was messy. He got $8,000 for eating ass.
I hope it was good. I hope it was good. Eating ass and napping. You know what I mean? I hope it was good.
Those of us that do work, right? You know, with just subordinate.
That's a shitty situation, Brother Q. That's
literally.
Brother Q, this is where I would disagree with you as far as checking them. I'm a man of power. I understand power. You can't be a police officer retired and don't understand power and authority. Fannie was the DA. She was still the DA on that court stand. Fannie came in there so emotional that Fannie was never called to the witness stand. She volunteered herself on the witness stand. Fannie came in there with a scorched earth mindset. She was a pit bull and she saw blood.
A lone wolf.
Yeah.
I had just seen some of the clips. And don't get me wrong, I agree with you. And I seen a lot of court proceedings. I actually went to school with some. I have a criminal justice scratch, a little criminal justice history. I can't believe that she was acting like that. Like, you know how, and I'm not trying to make nobody laugh, right? You know how sometimes you be like, yo, is this reality? Is this really happening? So, you know,
I didn't believe it either.
I know how Instagram
I didn't believe it either, man.
And then I went on the major news and I'm listening to her and I'm like you said, Lone Wolf, she's a DA saying this.
Brothers.
Well, gentlemen, hold on. We ain't got to make it hearsay, gentlemen. Let me play it. Let me play something from the ark, from the scrolls, from the nigga scrolls for y'all. Okay. I got something for the nigga scrolls for the gentlemen. Okay. Cause we gotta bring some context to this. You understand me? So let's do that.
You qualify that with your phone cell phone. I asked when I lived in 2020. Did he ever visit you at a place that you resided? Okay. I don't know anything about that. In 2020, I lived in South Fulton. That's the only place I lived in South Fulton. That's before I had to abandon my home, Judge. And at my home in South Fulton, he never came here. Okay?
Nigga explaining.
And if this happens again and again, I'm gonna have no choice but to strike a testimony. So,
look at the sister girl hand movement.
Asking whether you lived anywhere other than Southport.
Hold on, let me get y'all. Let me see if I got a better audio for y'all. But look at that body language. That's different, man.
She remind me of that. She remind me of that.
Attitude all time.
No,
she had attitude all time.
Yeah, but she remind me of that sister girl that was out there caping for Joe Biden's VP son. You know, I can't think of her name. And also the woman that you were talking about from Dalton is Tiffany Hayward as well. So I wanted to make sure I come through with the stats and so we give, we address names here.
Let me give y'all this audio. I think I got better audio for y'all, family. Can y'all hear that?
No.
I gotta get a better track. Hold on. Pardon me, family.
It sound low, Chef.
Yeah, these recordings is a little low. I'm gonna get a better track for y'all, but nonetheless, gentlemen, this is what I'm saying. I've never seen. Let me say this. I've never seen a woman. Maybe she's Black American, but I've never seen, a woman come into the courtroom like that, spicy down to the floor, really, really sassy, like she saw blood and everything. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
Chef C. That judge, 9 out of 10, that judge is a Democrat. And I'm going to tell you why. That judge let her do some things in the courtroom that you don't usually let happen.
At all.
She was basically trying to run the courtroom. Anybody that knows about court, no matter who you are, it's that judge's house. It's his house. Even if he do something crazy, he'll get disqualified and appellate division to deal with it. He don't care. But that's his house. She acted.
So, well, I'll say this.
When they do ethics, they'll be showing her court case as something unethical, never to do going forward.
Right.
Public servant.
And yeah, they're gonna make her the poster. They're gonna make her the poster beast for all.
I want to ask you a question as retired law enforcement, and this is important for a lot of people to understand. Pleading to fifth is essential. You do not have. She could like I didn't know she did it voluntarily, but if she was called to the court to the stand, you don't have to self-incriminate yourself. You could take the Fifth Amendment. You don't have to do it. It's like you. She came in there like she was basically just gonna tell the prosecutor how to run her case. No, that's the prosecutor's case.
When you are emotional, you will burn the damn house down and then feel sorry the next day. I've seen people who will slice you, cut you, burn down the property, and then when they're in that cell, they have regrets. This woman was never asked to be on the witness stand. She volunteered. Brother, I've been to courts half my life, and I ain't never saw nothing like this. That the DA, the district attorney of Fulton County, volunteered herself to be on the witness stand. They weren't gonna call her. And her reason was she sat in the back and she watched the brother give his testimony. And she had to come forth and do some straightening out. Man.
And just like the person in the comments said, Stars Thompson said, the neck and the eye rolling, like we gotta understand that is nothing but a bunch of bullshit that we do. You know, we know our banter. As people, as gentlemen, men of color, we know how we talk to each other, but it's a certain way you don't talk in a certain way when you're in certain settings. And she knows that better than anybody. The amount of witnesses that she done prepped in her life, like
she encapsulated the comment that women are emotional and guys are logical. Because when you go back and see his testimony, that man was drinking water. He had about 4 or 5 liters, little bottles of water.
Yeah, he was going.
He
was getting that ass taste out his mouth.
Yeah, right. He was cleaning up that fanny panty.
But he thought before he spoke. Fanny was on I'm gonna throw everybody under the bus. Y'all all gonna get my story. And again, she was supposed to say something the following day, and somebody told her, "You ain't saying no more. You've already dug your grave." Brother, what we saw was groundbreaking. Because everybody in that courtroom was lawyers or judges. And she was still the active DA. She still was the hirer and the firer in the courtroom. The deputies were still at her.
It dropped for a second, Chef. So Lone Wolf, your volume.
Wolf, you there?
Your volume dropped.
Let me.
He probably got a phone call. He probably got a phone call.
He's got a call. Let me bring you back in, Brother Wolf. Let me see. Yeah, no, but what we're seeing here, we've seen something. Brother Wolf, can you hear us, sir? Brother Wolf, can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear you now.
There you go. We can hear you now.
We hear you now, Juan.
I think the connection is on his end. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot of y'all in here, about 22. Make sure you have all like, share, and subscribe. Do not be selfish or stingy with this. It costs you nothing to do so. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But yes, brothers, we got the Wolf, we got my brother Q, and we got the
Chef C.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, sir.
And as far as the Walrus, right?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hear you.
I got knocked out.
It's amazing.
That would be a teachable moment for those who are looking at going to attorneys and judges and DAs. They're going to use that right there. And let me tell you something also. Black women were on trial. This will have like a pebble being tossed into a pond. This is going to have residual consequences for black women. That strong black woman thing was under the microscope.
Go there, Brother Wolf. Go there.
Independent woman was under the microscope by the system of white male domination. Sisters, Bonnie Harris just gave them what they needed to come after the sisters, all of them. If you just look at this as an isolated case, you missing the bigger picture.
But see, Juan, the funniest thing, and I love our women.
She threw the brother under the bus.
I don't think he can hear you. Can you, Brother Juan? Can you hear Brother Q? No. Okay.
I can't hear Brother Q. I can't hear.
Okay. So, all right. So here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to play it queued up. But Brother Juan, you finish your thought, and then Brother Q. Can you still hear Brother Juan?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Okay. All right, Brother Juan, you got it, and then Q, you chase him on that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let Q go because I need to get me a cord. My battery about to die.
Okay, you got it, Brother Q. Go ahead and get that off, Brother Q.
But yeah, like he's like Juan said, and I definitely agree. Like I don't think people understand what happened. Like just to give.
Is he talking?
Some background, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking. I'm gonna have to
just give people background. Courtrooms are very boring. Courtrooms are very quiet. They've been a bunch of emotions going on. It's not theatrical like court TV makes it out to be. Right. Courtrooms are very boring. I remember when I was in school, had to go to a murder trial, and it was real boring. And I done been in court for other stuff. So courts are real boring. And her doing that, all I can say before we go even further is, black women, y'all don't have to do the heavy lifting. Let the men do it, please.
Well, I say this, brother Q. The sisters need to understand that the target has been moved. All right. They have long removed the men from the household. Now they're getting you out the way next. And they're using your vanity, your narcissism against you now. And they're gonna do it off the back of Fanny. It looks like Fanny's gonna be the one to go out there and get that lick, and then they come at the rest of y'all. Because let's be very clear, for the longest they said, listen, you keep that man at the house, we'll go ahead and give you some food stamps, we'll give you a whole bunch of other shit, we'll be your daddy, just keep him up out of there. But now they say, you know what, we need them kids, right? We want them kids to go feel like they can go, they can be a butterfly one day, and then they could be the caterpillar the next. Okay, we want them to be able to do that. They want, whenever they want to fly, we want to make sure that we can give them the opportunity to fly, and you can't do nothing about it. So the target has now moved to you, mom. Your single and independent has become a weapon against you. And, at your own detriment of vanity and the illusion of independence, because here's the truth of the matter. You go out there and say you trying to square up with a man, he gonna bust you upside your shit. I don't care how many laps, I don't care how many miles you running. I don't care what your diet look like. You go ahead up with a man and think because you was doing Tai Bo or jujitsu that motherfucker ain't gonna slam you on your shit. You gonna really see how strong and independent you are then. Okay? You're gonna really see what it look like. Or the moment that little husband son that you raise and decide to go upside your head. Right? The moment that husband son decide to say, yeah, I don't really want to play this role no more. Get the fuck out the way. Right? And you know what, Ma? You love me so much, you still gonna continue to pay the bills in this house. And I ain't got to do shit. Because you owe me, Mom. Right? They gonna the husband's son gonna turn it against you, Mom. Now, Mom, you done forced Dad out the house. So now you told me I'm the man of the house, Mom. That's what you told me. When he decided to go upside your shit. And that strong and independent is gonna have you looking real crazy and asking which way did the real man go. And he ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. I'm gonna go back to Brother Lone Wolf. Are you back in the clear, sir? Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I can hear you. All right, cool. We back. Go ahead,
Okay.
brother.
Well, I'll say with the man, see, you can be the man of the house, but not the man of society.
Come on.
Two different things. You could be the male man in that house, because that's all these women are raising are males. But a man gives instructions and he protects and provides.
Come on.
But there is a reckoning. And sisters, I feel for the sisters because again, like I said earlier, where there's an offspring, there's a root. This is coming from mothers not teaching their daughters how to be women and wives. Independent going to school is one thing, but that ain't building families.
Right. Come on.
Okay. Again, I'm not one of those type of people who believe in we're gonna plan something. We're gonna execute. We're gonna come back to the table and see what worked and what didn't work. But we just don't just keep on going if it ain't working. That's craziness to me.
Come on.
And me personally, like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying this, because some people, what we saw in that saying, what I saw Fanny do was project some strong, independent woman that's been a staple in our collective that has backfired, and white male dominant culture have exactly what they need to take out the sisters. All of them.
Well, you know what, brother Juan J. Johnson, I tell you, any woman looking at what's going on and Fanny's in this courtroom, and they're looking at this as some form of a W. Ladies, don't be fooled. She gonna have you. She gonna have you out there down bad. I'm telling you, don't do it to yourself.
No, she gonna.
Brothers, watch this. That wasn't just a national story. That was a global story. The whole world was watching that because she was promoted as this person who's going to take down Trump. She was the darling. This was global, man. And now the world see the top DA in Georgia. The top DA in Georgia didn't have vagina discipline.
Come on. Didn't have the discipline, the coochie discipline.
Didn't have vagina discipline. Because you can blame him all you want to. She was the face. She was the face.
He's the subordinate.
She was the Joan of Arc. She was the white male Democrat. She was the savior on the liberal side that was going to take down Trump. And
they sent her out there. And you know what? And you listen, all the real ones know that she's sent out there just for the purposes of being. Well, look at all these death threats that she's supposedly getting right now. Right? She's getting death threats, etc. They don't give a two flying fucks about what happened with this lady. They said, listen, we're gonna run her out there. You know, it's Black History Month, etc., etc. You know, send Fanny out. Let her do the dirty work. Okay. And listen, we got another. Yeah, shout out to my brother Negro. We're gonna get right back to Fanny. Negro, go ahead and talk that talk real quick.
Yeah, I wanted. I was digging up that woman that was doing that sister girl routine, and it started off with her. And Dr. Short got me pointed out on her. Her name is Jasmine Crockett. Yeah. Shout out to that brother. Yeah, I'm good. That's why I always like using the chat feature, brother Chef. Good feature. But back to about this woman. This woman right here was caping for Joe Biden's son, who was getting high on drugs and stuff, going over the top, over theoretic. You saw the comment section, just like with that Fannie Willis shit. All those women sister girling and amen and ski-weeing and all that crap. That nonsense right there. Throw her in the mix with her cackling and laughing and chucks and the pearls.
Chucks and pearls.
Yeah, like yeah, you starting to see a trend with these women, where it's like an archetype. It's like an archetype of these type of women. Like they no matter what they are, it's like a run of the mill of the same type of behavior, the same type of outcome, because they had that in their heart before they came to those organizations and such. Now it just amplified. So these women are really living their innermost desires on the outside, you know. So like they just came for zaddy. That's how I kind of look at it, and I just looking with disgust, you know.
That's a fact, brother. Brother Q. I mean, listen, you know, not only do they use the black woman or the black looking woman to imprison black men by the thousands, they use her as, I guess you could say, the diabolical shepherd. Right? The diabolical shepherd for the rest of the black women around the country.
Because
And
you know what it is, Chef C, is just like Negro said, is that they're so used to doing this. This is how they treat the men in their lives. This is how they act towards black men.
right.
So when they go in those type of environments, corporate America, when you're dealing with white men, it's a whole different ball game. Because white men have set you up. They'll start sleeping with you. They'll start making you think that you're in charge when you're not really in charge. Meanwhile, his personal secretary really run the office, but you running around here like a bed wench, working 13, 14 hours a day, thinking it's okay. And what happens is you do their work, you do their bidding for so long. It's almost sad because, like Negro said, there's a prototype that as soon as you see one across your screen, social media, the news, and hear her talk, any woman, any black woman, for some reason, you be like, that's her. I know how her ending gonna be. It's sad because they all do it. They fall right for the game. They fall for it, and it's really it's a tough situation.
You saw, y'all saw all them receipts I just posted.
Then you got
Yes, brother Chef, you got me cracking with that. Yo, you got me cracking up with those pictures, brother. Yo, and you got the right pictures of them. That's the craziest thing.
Bruh,
then you got the other girl, the $50,000 girl.
Right.
Well, and you said something, Chef, about it, about that some of these content creators, I'm not attacking them for trying to create content, that everybody want to have this viral moment. And it's like you sitting here talking about you wouldn't date any man that do such and such, putting a financial stipulation on a man. What are you bringing to the table? And this is really sad that we go on down the road of the gender, but she's somebody that would have her OnlyFans, and you know, like I said, they'll be modeling for Fashion Nova.
Right. BBLs, the BBLs they taking out their belly buttons, no ribs is coming out.
No, they're chubby chasers. They're chubby chasers.
Shit look crazy. Chicks taking out backbones and all type of shit, you know, taking.
But you know what?
On me.
They in Indiana this weekend, All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, man, this shit, man. I mean, this shit is crazy. But you know, again, this is where we are. You know, I knew that we are near the end when Oprah came out with the BBL. When Oprah finally slid through with the BBL about a week or two ago, I said, yeah, it's really at the end of times right now. So with that, I gotta go to the ordained lone wolf himself. Listen, Brother Lone Wolf said he's stepping over carcasses. That includes carcasses that have BBLs on them too, right, Brother Lone Wolf? I just want to make sure I understand.
Absolutely. BBL gets stepped over to because it's not natural. When you get a BBL, you telling God, I don't like how you made me.
We stepping over BBL carcasses in 2024.
We have to. We have to, because again, you're telling your children that you're not good enough. That's deep. Because you're birthing kids, they're watching you. A kid is watching a parent. That's why I say we have to check. Because watch this. These are women from our culture. So if they say the woman ain't good, then the man ain't good either.
Come on.
When they come for the culture. And what's left is just going to be servants. You know?
That, Brother Juan, and I apologize for cutting you off.
Go ahead.
That is the trick bag of it all. These are our women.
Yeah.
So as much as it may come down that we're, judging them with an iron fist, we have to. And like you said, some carcasses is just somebody just gonna get stepped over. And it could have been us. It could have been me a couple years ago. I damn sure had a thought in a lifestyle that may have been not conducive to what we're talking about now and how I thought and how I viewed life at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know damn well how easy people fall for the games and the tricks that's going on. I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't part of a wacky thought process, but it's just crazy how when someone's telling you
so
over and over again.
I'll say this. We all have doctors, right? Your doctor would never tell you he won't cut you. Because there's cancer in your body. And if taking out the cancer means maybe amputating one of your legs or arms to save you, then he's going to cut you. He may have to break a bone too. If there's a cancer and we got cancers in our body, we got to cut them off to save the rest of the body. Is that a hard decision? No, because when I see the infection and it's not good, I'm willing to cut that thing off or cut that person off. That's how serious this is. For me, it's about self-preservation. It's about the survival of the collective. And if the women or the men out of order, just go for the men too. I'll deal with them. And I mean that.
Hey, I
want to.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to add more into that, stepping over that BBLs and carcass. I want to give it the flip side. It's like the female politicians in the DC that avoid the black men homeless. That's how hard we got to go in the paint with this. So I'm rocking with you on that, brother Lone Wolf, because I saw those women. Shout out to Dr. Short, man, because he was referencing about those pencil skirt politician girls and all those women that work in the White House and stuff, walking right past the black men that were homeless, but they're quick to give $1 to a white homeless man. That's the effort we got.
That's a fact, brother Negro. That's a fact. You know what? I will say this, gentlemen. Again, I embrace the sentiment and the notion of walking over the carcass BBL'd, and the tummy tucked. So we're in a good place now. Hopefully the collective will get there, and if they don't, again, that'll be another carcass to walk over. We simplify it here, but I want to play one more track for y'all, just so we get a full understanding of what this means for the single independent woman right here. Because Fanny is a warning to y'all. I think black women need to see this for what it is. This is a warning shot. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this track. Just understand the posture and all of that. That strong shit, it really only fly in certain environments, and this ain't one of them.
Did you and Mr. Wade go to New York?
I've gone to New York. I've gone to New York twice since I've been district attorney. I'm trying to think if it's 2 or 3 times. I went to do a domestic violence thing there for sure. And I was honored, and I went to the Apollo there. Those are the only 2 trips that come to mind. I went. He was not with me.
You also said that he was a world traveler and had been on many of the continents.
I've been to 6.
Have you been on any of those continents with him? Besides this one?
Where's Belize? What continent is it? I'm not being funny. I don't know.
Let's say, with the exception of
Belize with him. I've been to the Bahamas with him. I've been with Aruba with him. Don't embarrass me. I'm not sure what continents those are on. Whatever continents those are, that's where I've been. I'm sure if I gave it some thought, I would tell you. But whatever continents those are, that I've been to those locations, sir.
But not Australia or any other continents.
I don't even want to go to Australia. I do know he took a trip in December to Australia. I have no idea, I don't know anything about that trip.
Is Fanny's conduct embarrassing the black community, gentlemen? Let me start with my brother Negro. Is Fanny's conduct in that courtroom, Miss, we taking a trip here, we high flying, we willing and dealing,
Wow. The first thing
is that an embarrassment? Like Judge Greg Mathis came out last week and said the comedians were embarrassing the black community. Is Fanny now embarrassing the black community in this courtroom?
Yeah, she is. It looked like a scene off of Boondocks, where it was the R. Kelly scene where they're going to trial. And that's what it looked like, a parody of that. Like if they were to do a reboot, they could do a rendition of that type of situation right there. That's what it looked like to me. Shout out to Mr. Magruder on that. I hope he get that show back on air. But that right there, it looked like a Boondock episode, brother. It looked crazy. I could tell you one thing. Jason Black quoted. He said that black people are very truthful when it comes to white folks. They be lying to us all day long. That's crazy. I don't know how you can sit here. I don't know why people be lying, but she straight up being as truthful and kind of quasi honest with the white man and lying to her people, locking up her people. That's some treasonous shit, man. That ain't even right. So those are just some of the things I observed from Mammy Willis,
I will say this, brother Negro. I don't know. I don't know if I think she's just one of those overachievers. Well, I can't even say overachiever. She, apparently she's put in the work. She doesn't have a Kamala Harris track record that anybody's really aware of. Kamala really been putting in work. Since that's your first quote unquote your first black female VP, your quote unquote first black female VP. She's been putting in work. Willie Brown broke her out, and Fanny doesn't have that kind of record yet. So I don't know if it's so much has to do with any of the other miscellaneous things other than her just being in
it's the YSL case. It's the YSL case. She is one of the prosecutors on that the YSL case, and the way that she's going at those brothers, they're going even at the judge, not the judge, the lawyer that helped with their case, their defense lawyer. They're going after them. This is how systematic her behavior is when it comes to black people. But I don't see her having the same vigor to the cops that were wrongfully doing certain things. There's other situations that she backed Police City. She's backed by the police unions. So this woman is just a junior Kamala Harris. So don't just because she don't let the munchkin fool you. All right. Like she got some real dirt underneath her nails. That's the reason why I'm kind of going quasi hard on her, and she knows better because she may be from the lineage. That's what word on the grapevine is saying, that she might be from the lineage. I haven't really confirmed all that, but that's what the streets are saying. So like if you're from our lineage and you're from our people and you're going twice as hard on our people, like that's no different from those judges that we saw that meme that was floating around, or those 3 judges that was giving out football numbers to brothers. All right. Like we got to be really critical about black women leadership nowadays, and how is it really kind of quasi beneficial for our community? That's where I'm kind of coming from. Like when we talk about patriarchy, we want leadership, black men leadership in all areas. That's in our community to a certain extent. Like we seen the results of how some of our sisters are behaving. Not all of them, but like look how they running it. Now, I'm gonna leave it there, man, because I don't want to be too harsh.
Well, I'll tell you what. The Negro pissed off. Hey, listen, let me get a Negro a bomb or something like that. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight like this. For me, I'm not holding no L for a nigga, female or dude. She out there making herself look bad. You understand me? She out there doing all of that extra shit. You know, if you're paying for dick, that's your thing. I don't even fall in that. I can't even do nothing like that. That's not even my thing. But again, you know, is she making the black community look bad on my end? No, she's making her people look bad. You understand? So that's where I'm coming from with this. But Brother Lone Wolf, is Fannie Willis making the black community look bad to you, sir?
Well, in the system of white male dominant culture, they look at us as a collective. She represents the collective. So again, when you saw her come into that courtroom, I mean, she came in fast and hot. She couldn't wait to say nothing. She couldn't wait to get on that stand, and she wasn't even called to the stand. Again, she put herself on the stand. That was a very emotional woman who was reckless, who forgot about ethics. There's a decorum that you do in the courtroom. Decorum went out the window. She didn't even listen to her own counsel. Oh no! So when I tell you emotional, she epitomized emotional, reckless, and again, when the collective look at this, they say we got them. We got them, not her. She's just a tool. But she, watch this. When you do firearms, one of the cardinal rules for safety is this: know your target and what's beyond your target. It's not enough to know your target. It's if you miss or your intentional target. When you are chasing somebody, when somebody's on surveillance, they normally have 3 or 4 people surveying you. This woman, you may not see it right now, but this woman is the picture. It was like a dog whistle for what she did. And they have what they need to go after black women. It kind of reminded me of when Trump tweeted that Omarosa was a dog. When he tried to fire her back in the years. And I wasn't no Omarosa fan, But for the president to tweet that she was a dog, that was a dog whistle for the whole nation, the world. That black woman, a dog. So Fanny right now, oh my God. What she did, she said that she exposed, she really exposed that black, independent, strong woman personality. They coming for her, bro. They coming for all of them.
No doubt, brother Lone Wolf, the exposed independent narcissist. that's what we dealing with here. But brother Q, is she embarrassing the black community? Are you holding that L for Fannie Willis?
Yeah. I don't know why my phone keep going up, but yeah, she definitely is. She embarrassed herself, like brother Juan said, that ethically she's gonna be brought up. She's probably gonna be brought up on charges that we won't hear about until after she might be just. I don't think it might be enough of a disbarment, but it's a possibility she could be disbarred. And as far as us is that, you know, we want people to climb the ladder that their chosen field. We need more lawyers. We need black lawyers. We need black judges. We need black DAs that are going to stand for justice. That's going to be there for us to feel some type of, to put some balance in the system. And you know, I can't over explain this enough. Anybody that understands anything about a courtroom, she did. It was a dark day for DAs, black prosecutors. It was a dark day.
Yes.
Because she put, like Brother Juan said, she put the spotlight not just on black women, black men in power, of how we talk, how we use our body language. She had sex with a subordinate, whether they said they doing it after she hired him or not. Like, basically, she hired him, from what she said, after she got the dick. Come on. I mean, we all know you're not supposed to mess with people in the workplace. Everybody tell you that. So I know a lot of people may be like, well, I'm not attached to her. It don't affect me. It affects you. This affects you. Because you're gonna have some people in the courtroom that may not have people that look like them. Nowhere in that courtroom represented maybe a court reporter. And this is a dark, dark day if you understand courtrooms, what she did.
Yeah, that was one of those never seen before. I mean, I can't, Chef. I would encourage the viewers, the listeners.
Chef C.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna compare this to something. I got it, Juan.
Go ahead.
This is a comparison when they asked OJ to try on those gloves. And I'm gonna tell you why. We all know, because of the substance, what happens with leather gloves? They shrink. So when they have to try the gloves on, they look this stupid. This is the comparison to that.
What say you, brother Juan? That's an interesting take on that. And real quick, before I get that from you, brother Juan, I got my sister. I got a Wazzy sister, as our brother Dr. Short says, a Wazzy sister, Sister Sean, in the building. We're gonna go to her after we get the word from you, brother Juan. But I got 20 people that's live, 22 that's live with me right now. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I need 1,000. I'm right there by the 1,000 mark, y'all. I need 10 of y'all to subscribe and the rest of you to just subscribe anyway to bring me over that 1,000 mark. tonight. We can get it done right now with 22 people in here. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my platform right now on their next podcast. Subscribe to Let's Talk 2 if you haven't subscribed. Let's also subscribe to Lone Wolf Firearms Training, LWF Training, with my brother Juan J. Johnson, the Lone Wolf himself. Go ahead and do that right now, family. Brother Juan, what say you, sir?
What was the question again?
Well, the question, it was something that Brother Q said. He was referring, well, alluding to, you know, this thing. Well, not even alluding, just saying that it still reflects on all of us as far as her conduct, and essentially it being a dark day based off her conduct in that courtroom on national television.
And comparing the courtroom buffoonery from when they asked OJ to try on the glove.
Yeah, I would say in the history of this country, outside of your blacklist courtroom proceedings in the 60s, because they rarely put courtroom proceedings at the national or global level, like this Fanny piece, the OJ piece. You don't get a lot of global, hell, you didn't get no global cut. You don't get that. This, man, when you think about the subliminal images that went out, or the stereotypes that was reinforced by her, my God, they got everything they need, man. You don't get no higher than the DA. Okay? You don't get no higher in the county. Okay? And she did not even exercise no decorum. None. She broke every decorum. There's a way you operate in the court. And she broke it all. Black girl magic, strong, independent, superseded in her mind.
Black girl tragic.
Black girl tragic superseded the court decorum. And she was still the active DA. Wow. Wow. I mean, bruh, this is deeper than many would like to talk about or deal with, but Brother Q is on point. It's so much deeper than just her. You know.
Well, you know, here, listen. I got my sister Sean. I don't want to talk for the ladies, but we got Sister Sean in here. Sister speaks herself. Sister Sean, are you holding this L for Fanny? Are you holding that L, that conduct you certify that? Is that a reflection of the Black community, Sister Sean?
No, sir. Absolutely not. This is I'm coming up here minding my wazy business. I've been sitting back. Let me first say, I've been sitting back listening to my men, and I'm so proud of the dialogue. And I didn't want to jump in because sometimes men got to deal with men's business. And so I was all up in the comments and just doing what we should do. Fall back and let you all handle the conversation. But I had to jump in on this and interject somewhat. First of all, what's up? What's up, Juan? What's up, Juan? So Twizzle, I think he's gone. I called him Twizzle, my fizzle. I missed him, but let me just for the record, give him a blow up. Let's talk. I don't know you, but I know you, but then again, I don't know you. I know you from afar. So what's up to Let's Talk? And of course, Chef C. But back to this
you can't forget the Negro up top. It's Negro business.
Okay, the Negro, yes. Negroes always handling the Negro business. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna get into these negresses. We're gonna get into this, but we dealing with the wazy business. It's a different type of woman here. But here's my concern.
Pull up my chair.
I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put this in I'm gonna drop this in the conversation. And this is what I have been looking at. As there is no black girl magic. Yeah, it's black girl tragic. You guys are absolutely right when you pin that. But this is a very, very dangerous thing. Watch me. Okay, we got this chick right here, this Fanny. Fanny was out here paying a motherfucking Negro, right? She couldn't get a man by being a regular woman. She had to go after somebody else's man who was a married man. And he was her subordinate, okay? That's not allowed on the job. So you could not get a Negro, so you paid a Negro. And here's why I say that. Because what you did, he was a traffic cop attorney. A traffic cop attorney is a completely different level of skill than one that's handling RICO charges and one that's handling one of the biggest cases in America against President Donald J. Trump, who is mad influential and mad popular in this country. You do not hire a traffic adjudicator to handle that kind of case. So all that was uplifting the motherfucking eggplant. That's
the eggplant. Hold on.
I think all the Wazies need to get together for this one because this is
that might have to be y'all kind of
Hey, Chef C.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute myself for a while and just listen to Sister Sean explain all.
I ain't finished yet. I'm just getting started. So all that was okay. I already received this eggplant, but we need to get you a bag. So that's almost the equivalent. And my brother Lone Wolf will be able to kind of feel me on this. You're going to just elevate a traffic cop to the police captain. Okay. So,
Brother Wolf, you certified?
That's all she had to do. She tried to do was put like that golden layer on it, right? She had to like dip it in some gold a little bit. But anyhow, that's really not I'm joking right now. But let's pin all this shit, y'all. Let's pin it. We talking about this black woman, this feminism stuff, and all this emotion, all this bullshit. So that's her. She's going down. Now, my concern is the face of the black woman is being purported for all degeneracy. The face of the black woman is being projected and purported for going against the grain and the populace, and it's very, very dangerous. And let me give you, Miss Fanny is example number one. We're gonna get deeper than that. Let's look to the Harvard president, that black woman that they just took down. They just took her down. They literally, on a symbolic measure, went to the House of Congress and did some kind of crazy vote for anti-Semitism and protest. They specifically did a whole entire vote just for that black woman. Now you got Congress that can't come together for nothing, but they came together for that. Okay, you got Kamala. Kamala is a freaking laughing stock. In fact, her nickname for me is Giggles. She's a national embarrassment. She's a total embarrassment. She does nothing. All these white folks do is clown her left and right, 100 miles an hour from Canada all the way to Florida. She's just she's a joke to them. Let's talk about what's going on in Israel and Palestine. If you understand, the International Court of Justice has just deemed that there were potential genocidal behaviors in this war and this conflict. The Security Council is the way the ICJ, which is the International Court of Justice, the highest court of the law, said that it was genocide, but there's a process. We talking about courts. Was talking about courts. Juan was talking about how important the court setting and respect for the court and decorum is. ICJ is the court of all courts. It's the International Court of the World. And there's a process. They have something called below the General Assembly where they have votes. And then once you do things at the General Assembly, it comes up to the Security Council. At the end of the day, the Security Council is where it fucking counts. And we sit up here in 2024 when we are witnessing a whole genocide. And it's 2 countries. Everybody voted that it's a genocide. And then it goes up to the Security Council. Actually, that vote, let me just correct myself. That vote wasn't on whether or not it was a genocide. That particular vote was whether there should be a ceasefire. And there was 2 countries, an ICJ, Security Council. It was a black woman. She was the only sole person with her card up in the air talking about no ceasefire. Do you see how they're using us? Do you see how they're manipulating us? Do you see how they are using the black woman for the face of their evil? That is looked at around the world. That is looked at around the world. And I'm really bringing that as an example to kind of say what Juan was trying to say. What this woman Fanny is doing, it's not just about Fanny. It's about all of us. So we got Fanny and we got that other chick up there in the ICJ. I'm talking 20 countries saying ceasefire. And if this one black woman who's the head of on the Security Council, ICJ, with her flag up. We got the Harvard president. They took her down. We got Giggles, Kamala. Okay? Who's a laughing stock, a joke. We got Fanny paying a Negro for the eggplant. The eggplant, she wanted to dip it in gold and elevate him to more money so she can have money for her trips to the Bahamas, Belize. And let me tell you something. I sat there and listened to that. Is Belize or is the Bahamas? I don't know what continent that in. Are you a fucking attorney? You don't even know basic geography? Everybody knows the islands. I mean, come on now. I don't even have a damn degree. I'm not a law. I don't have a PhD. I ain't got a motherfucking thing. My PhD is in the streets. My PhD come from Kennedy Street, Northwest DC. And I know that Belize in freaking Bahamas is in North Americanos. It's in North America. Did you go to public school or private school? Because I went to public school and I know that. That is an embarrassment. This woman is an embarrassment. I don't know what continent this is on. It damn sure ain't Africa. So I wanted to come in that this is all dangerous. This stuff has a global implication. And I'm getting wind of, and I'm doing some research on that. I don't know if you brothers have heard, there's an international impact in, there's something going on in Gambia. I keep hearing some stuff that these Black American women are getting deleted in Gambia. There's like six Black American women that on some Pan-African fucking dream going to Gambia and getting a motherfucking dirt day. Look it up. I got to follow it. I don't know the pinpoints on it, but it's hot. It's hot. It's about 6 of them been deleted in 1 year. Or in the last 6, I don't even think it's 12 months. I think it's like in the last 6 months. So we also have to understand, in a Wazi woman, and any woman that's listening to this podcast, we got to understand, man, this is how I was taught. When you walk out your house, you represent your man.
Hold on. Man,
seriously.
Sis, if you don't say that one more damn time, we're going to have a problem in here.
That's how I was raised to be a woman. And that's how I was raised. When you walk out this house, you represent your man. And because you represent your man properly, that's when you will get a good man. Because a man ain't going to protect you. He ain't going to fight for you. He ain't going to bring you home to mama if you are not representing him.
Come on.
And you got to understand that as woman. And as woman, that's what you stick to if you want a good man, if you want to attract a good man. It's very, very important. And likewise, when he's out there, he represents me. See, this is why I don't get into all of this jealousy and all of this what I call helicopter bitch or a helicopter woman girl. Because I tell people all the time, my husband, do you know we've been married over 15 years? Do you know I ain't never looked through his phone, picked up his phone or nothing else? Ever. Anytime you got to pick up a man's phone or be trying to scrolling through stuff, looking through pockets and stuff like that, I told him when I married him, if I got to look through your phone and if I got to look through your pockets, then you don't need to be marrying me. Because I got shit to do. I got bigger things to do than to patrol your motherfucking pockets or your phone. And it's a mutual respect. And I'm telling you, it works. It worked for 15 years. If I got to go looking for something, it's a fucking problem. It's a problem.
Well, my sis, I will say that's a very thorough answer.
Exactly. But
Yeah,
let's
understand.
Yeah, go ahead, chef.
No,
Wrap it up and I got this.
listen. I just want to do this though. We gonna get ready to shut it down. So listen, that's my sister's. That's Sister Speaks right there, aka Sister Sean. Sis, let them know about your program. And if they wanted to get a hold of you, what you would, how they would go about reaching out. But definitely let them know about your Saturday program, sis. Go ahead and tell them about
the way I go in things. If you don't know me, you don't know me. If you know me, you know me. I don't even get down like that. But if you're in the fold, you're in the fold. But what I do look forward to is collaborating with you, Juan, Dr. Short, maybe even Let's Talk. I guess I'm gonna break out. I'm on a internet, a FM radio, internet station, and it's international, right? It's not just YouTube. But I think I'm gonna break out into a little bit of YouTube. I'm gonna be kind of doing some little YouTube Wazzy business, but I'll just be doing it at a supportive role and as a contributor to all my other YouTubers here, Juan, Chef, Dr. Short, and hopefully we get to meet Let's Talk. So that's kind of like my lane and my role. And it's a WSYP951.com. It's Sankofa Radio. But I will be kind of migrating to a different platform and doing what we do. But back to this whole Black woman thing, I want you guys to take it up to another level of thought. It has an international impact because what happens is when we are framed as Black women as being degenerate, emotional, uncontrollable, no decorum, no discipline, internationally, those men, they look down on that. And that's why when we go abroad or internationally, we will be the first one to be killed. We will be the first one to be raped. We'll be the first one to be sodomized. And I believe that this is happening out in real time with this thing about Black women getting killed in Gambia. So this whole big African dream, your black magic ass, it don't have nothing to do up in Africa, because they got some shit for you up there in the sticks, and and they no. So we have got to understand, take it from, this is what I wanted to say. It's about the perception in your home. Represent your home. When you walk outside, represent your man and represent your people. You are just not there for your individual selfish self. I have to behave an X amount of way in the home. I have to behave in an X amount of way when I'm interacting to represent my husband. I have to interact a certain way when I'm dealing with these white supremacists and everything else, because the perception is still family. The way I behave is the way it is perceived. It's not just me. It has wider implications. And I think Juan said, when you throw a pebble in a pond, it's a ripple effect.
No doubt.
I'll fold my chair.
I appreciate you,
I
sister.
love y'all. I love y'all. My Negroes.
Appreciate you.
I love my Negroes.
Look at that.
Bye bye.
Shout out to you, sis. Peace. Yeah, I appreciate the sister's perspective on that. Representation matters, even in and outside the home. So I like the position with which she's coming from. Brother Lone Wolf. Brother, let them know about your platform, how they can get a hold of you, especially when it comes to firearms training, sir. Let them know about the platform as well, Brother Lone Wolf.
They can go to Lone Wolf Firearms Training on YouTube. When you see that wolf in the corner, you know you're on the right spot, the right platform. You can go to lwftraining.com, lwftraining.com for your firearms training. If you need to get your wear and carry, your concealed carry, your H2L, which is a handgun qualification license. If you need renewals, if you just need a firearm instructor to come to the range, go to lwftraining.com, leave me a message, and we'll have somebody to call you back and make it happen. I think that, we live in a time where we don't put a lot of emphasis on security or defense. We always talk about history, we talk about education, we talk about building, but we don't talk about defense. So I'm heavy on making sure that you are able to defend yourself, not just you, but your family, not just you, but your friends too, maybe your city and your neighborhood. I believe that folks are coming eventually for our families, our communities, and you have to be ready to defend yourself. And maybe even coming for this nation. We got a lot of enemies out there, in the house and outside of the country. So go to LWF Training. You can see me on Juan J. Johnson on Twitter. Just type in the initials and lwftraining.com or Lone Wolf Farms and support. Subscribe, like, share, and let's change this world one person at a time.
Yes, indeed. That's Brother Lone Wolf, Juan J. Johnson, the Lone Wolf Firearms Training. Definitely go to his platform, subscribe right away, no hesitation, y'all. I got my brother Q from Let's Talk To. Brother Q, let them know about the platform, how they can get a hold of you, etc. You got the floor, Brother Q.
My email address is ltalk5600@gmail.com. I got some exciting things coming this week. Last week I had a show planned, but I had to cancel last minute. So my guy, somebody, they always say your first neighbor is like your family. Grew up right next door to each other. He's an engineer. He graduated with an engineering degree. Vice principal. Black. He's into black comics, Afrofuturism. Very, very intriguing brother. A brother I think that a lot of people who consider themselves FBA or B1, they can really find some inspiration in. He's an educator like I said, he's an educator by trade. He's gonna come on the platform one day this week, and I'm real excited to really have a chat with him because we haven't really talked in years. Lost contact. He's a vice principal down in Newark, New Jersey, so hopefully I'm gonna have him on the show this week, and Sister Azima might be coming through as well. But just trying to connect with my people, man. Got to give shout out to Dr. Short. Dr. Short is like the connector. One thing about Dr. Short is he believes in hooking people up with people. And I met these great people through Dr. Short, and I know that this is something that he takes pleasure at. He don't like to mix people that don't have similar interests with each other. So I'm got to give that man a shout out. Probably talk to him a little later, but that's my guy, man.
No doubt. I appreciate you, Brother Q. And the Negro. We got the Negro himself. Sir, let them know how they can get a hold of your platform and some of the stuff that you might have going on, Brother Negro. You got the floor, sir. Brother Negro, are you there, sir? He might have got loose. But hey, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for tapping in with us here today, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great extended build. I tell you, it was one of those kind of conversations. So I want to thank everybody for tapping in. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, you do so right now. I need another 10 to get to my 1,000 mark. So if you're not already subscribed, do that right now. Make sure you go ahead and do that. And I truly appreciate everybody coming through, especially my day ones as usual, and some of the new folks that's coming through. You peace to y'all. We look forward to doing more fly shit in the future. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, remember, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.